What episode is this? 10?
It says we're live.
Okay. Are we? Let's see. Waiting for that to pop up there before I start talking, you know? Are we?
I ain't got nothing no more either.
We good. I think we good. Yes, sir. We are live. Welcome to One Piece Universe. The OPU podcast. I'm sorry. Episode 10 on Preacher's channel. Chat, get in here. I see y'all. I see that number going up. We already got 15 likes too. That's nice. Some Lakers hate already. But we're gonna ignore that. How everybody doing, man?
Hi, great to be here.
As y'all can tell, we have a guest.
A very special
guest today. We have Rock's Review. I'm gonna let you tell them a little bit about yourself before we talk about how some of your stuff that we like, and just tell them some of your future plans on your channel in general, and just say what's up to the chat. So talk to them, Rocks.
Hello, great to be here. Great. It really means a lot to be here because I already wanted to be here two previous time and I failed. So great to see new One Piece fans and finding new friends. I really don't have a lot of plans for it much, but I guess if people know me, they know me. If they don't know me, they're gonna hate me. And I'm just glad to be here.
Sounds good. Rock's Review is, I would say, one of the more recent a new gen prominent figure in the One Piece community. He's moving into long form content. He's been doing a very good job at it. I'd say he streams, he does chapter reactions, and he does shorts, and he does very well at shorts. If anybody needs to learn shorts, go and just copy his channel word for word because he is amazing at them. So we're very excited to have you on today.
They already stole like a 10,000 short video from my channel. Yeah.
Let me ask you, Rock. If you felt like people were, you said like they gonna hate you. What about your content that you think people gonna hate you? Talk to me.
Because every time that I make a video that I go too far, every time that I say something that even I don't agree too much, that video go viral, and the videos that I'm really proud of, that video is receiving nothing. So I have a very bad luck in attracting audience.
Yeah, the One Piece community is very reactionary. So if they hear something they disagree with, that's definitely gonna do rounds. Oh man.
What you got to do is you got to make some Ulti content right now. That's the wave.
God.
That's the wave.
Oh yeah, Jesus. I heard people did like Ulti versus Katakuri in Twitter or something for like a few hours.
Few days, bro. It's still going on. Jesus, man. This is where sometimes we gotta stop.
Like you for real should make a short.
Never
on
expected
that,
this to be a debate.
Yeah, you definitely should make a short on that. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the short about it tomorrow.
Versus... I'm telling people, man. I'm googling how to zoom. I typed in Katakuri.
What do you think, Ross? What do you think, OT or Katakuri?
Oh, that's a real puzzler. Come on, I don't understand why this debate should go longer than 5 seconds and 4 seconds for saying their names. Like,
okay,
Twitter's a crazy place, man.
So we all agree that Kat destroys her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to use the R word, but that's the R word.
Oh my goodness!
Listen, man. Shout out to Hime, man. Like,
it's really crazy. R word, really crazy.
She really wanted to, she wanted to show respect for OT. I think she loves OT, but the thing for me is just like Katakuri, he has everything better than OT in my mind, and like except for physical power. Besides the physical side of it, she's his own. Even physical is close, but I'm saying like everything else is not even close.
I mean, physical power in One Piece is one of the least important factors to begin with. I mean, I assume Edward V will have a better physical capability than, I don't know, Luffy or Shanks or Teach, but who cares?
Yeah, exactly. People keep talking about durability or whatever. I do not care, bro. I promise you I don't. There's nothing. Like I said, y'all got to stop doing this Dragon Ball Z thought process when it comes to One Piece. One Piece is not a linear power cliff manga. Just because someone comes after someone does not make them automatically stronger.
I mean, this only applies to Sakazuki.
Stop it! Yeah, I knew it was coming.
Sakazuki's number one. But everybody
I guess
else,
some few mangas are about fighting, like Bleach or like the records of Ragnarok. I mean, these are just stories about fighting. But One Piece is about like fighting is the least important thing about the story. That's why although off screen like 90% of the big events.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, you hate to see it. This conversation should have never made it out the drafts, I'd say, but it's there and it's
I'm fine with it being in that stream, but it should not.
Y'all should put a poll up for Cat.
All right, let's do it. See, my thing is like, because I feel like she's assuming that Luffy had to go into Gear 4 to defeat Ulti. Or in my mind, it's like he did that just to finish her off quickly, move on to Kaido, and move on to Big Mom.
That's he went to Gear 4 to destroy his ship right before that. Like, yeah, he need Gear 4 for the ship. Like, come on.
In my mind, it's like now we got like, is Nami stronger than base form Luffy because she beat Ulti? It's like, I don't know, bro. It's a lot of faulty logic in my mind, but.
But understand, like, it's January 6th. You know, we're not getting the chapter to the 17th. Let's have fun with. Yo, I'd rather people give foolish takes than people be toxic on Twitter, calling everybody and everything under the sun. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's fun content. You know, I don't agree with it, but I think it's fun content.
Yeah. It's fun for sure. I can't for a couple of days. It's fun, but the thing is, with this community, when you try to have something like that, then it always goes that far because you know how these guys are.
But you know, Gio is trolling, bro. Like that's the thing. That's why I love Gio because like he understands.
You want to hear a fun story? Like,
yeah, go ahead.
A few days ago, I did a poll about Mihawk versus the entire Red Hair Pirates. And Mihawk won by like 58%. 2 days later, I did Mihawk versus Lucky Roo, Ben Beckman, and Yasop, and he lost. Mihawk lost to those three people. I guess voting, I think I did more polls in One Piece community than any creator in any platform. And you need to be very extremely specific to get the right votes, unless people don't care.
Yeah, it's true. It's definitely true. And the thing is too is like how you said with the entire Red Hair Pirates, like a lot of people are just they don't really take the polls too serious. Like it's like pure bias.
People don't want to even think about it too hard.
Bro, when it comes to polls, 90% of the people on that poll are going for agenda. I promise you.
Yeah, I agree.
I actually did run some test polls for that, and I have to disagree. Because I did the fan video, like fan poll, who do you like more, this character or that character? Few weeks later, intentionally, I made those characters fight in a poll, and result was totally different.
What characters, if you don't mind me asking?
Every time I did that with Zoro versus Luffy. I did that with with Mihawk versus Shanks, Zoro and Sanji, the big debate, Admirals or Yonko. Every time the results were completely different.
Maybe it's just who YouTube puts it in front of. That just I don't know.
Well, I have one.
And
question.
even I changed the first option and second option because that's like 5% effective. The first option gets 5% vote usually.
I have one question. So Zoro was stronger than Luffy to everybody, right?
Sure. Logically. In Two Piece.
DPs.
No, I'm kidding.
I've never seen Zoro lose a poll.
Wait, did we get
Luffy.
Did we get a chat or a super chat?
Yeah, I wanted to get that real quick. As soon as we got started. Flevance, named after the town of White Lead, said Godhead Top Man. Appreciate that. He's talking to you, JJ. Ready for the color of Conqueror splashes. I'm not gonna read it how you want to read it.
Don't say it.
I know what you're trying to
do. I think that's what he wanted.
You won't get me, brother. But
appreciate that 20, bro.
Appreciate that 20 for sure.
Yeah, much salute, Flevance. Appreciate you.
You guys want to get into the
strongest of the Gorosei.
Get into the moment. Yeah. We can go ahead and hop to it. All right, because we got 29. Yeah. All right. As you can tell by the title, on today's stream, we'll be going over some of the biggest moments of 2023 in One Piece and put them in a tier list of how good they were in our eyes. This doesn't have everything. If there's something missing, we'll probably just discuss it and say where we would have it. And if there's something like that, we feel like they just didn't use the right panel to capture that moment, we'll just go over it a different way. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already saying right now, there's a couple things on here that should not be on here, but it's gonna work out. I feel like, for example, they shouldn't have divine departure and the Ikaku sovereignty when they destroy the ship. I just don't think that should be two different moments. Am I wilding?
Nah, that should
That's
be
exactly the one I was
combined as
looking at.
one. That should be combined as one moment.
Yeah, just the idea of
We just gonna
Shanks.
call that
Yeah,
Shanks dominance.
exactly.
I mean, depends. Because Elbaf pirates are receiving very little hype because of that 100 million bounty that Dari and Broggy received.
Mhm.
I guess if we hype them up, it's a good thing.
That is true. That is true.
I agree. They do deserve their hype, especially for
They
that.
ruled the seas for centuries. Yonko system is only 20 years old.
That's very true.
I wonder where they place, like in say, like our typical power system that we do, like YC2, YC1, Yonko, Admiral. I wonder
Probably
where they-
YC1 plus.
I went to
YC1
see the
plus.
anime in the Battle of Dari and Broggy. I think we saw a Conqueror clash in anime. If you go
think?
back and see Little Garden,
Oh my god, a
it's
giant
without
with
any
conquerors
effect,
is
but we see
crazy.
it.
Imagine a giant with advanced conquerors, Aki. Jesus.
I think it's actually proven that Dari and Broggy have it. Even the attack that they are shooting hockey just like Big Mom and Kaido.
Yeah, I do think that combined attack was definitely
That's advanced Conqueror hockey.
Conquerors.
Yeah. Well,
I could definitely see that for
It's
sure.
not advanced conquer.
I don't think it was as potent as Kaido's and Big Mom's, obviously.
Sure.
But
I don't think it's advanced conquerors hockey, man.
What do you think it is? Just like a normal hockey attack? Like
Yeah, I think it's just projection of armament, probably.
Just one question: King Punch, is that advanced Conqueror hockey or not?
No, definitely not.
I don't think
but
so.
But go and see the effect. You can see the lightning effect of advanced Conqueror hockey.
I mean, he used lightning on everything. So
yeah, but what other power can do that?
Hold on,
it's exactly like a mini version of Garp Punch, and he's a king.
That is, I believe that Elizabeth has Conquerors hockey, but I don't think he was using it. It's like Kobe. Like, we don't know if that was advanced Conquerors, but we saw lightning from it, right?
I guess like it makes sense if you charge your attack for 1 hour. I think you can.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
I believe Zoro was using advanced Conqueror hockey without knowing it. So this can be true for like Elizabeth or something.
If you place it next to the panel of Garp using Galaxy Impact, it's
similar. It's definitely similar. I'm not denying that, but
yeah, it's looking a little close. But Garp is like on an exponentially bigger scale.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah,
Garp was disappointed.
Yeah, bro, he probably would have wiped the entire island in his prime.
Oh,
yeah. I was. We're gonna talk about it later on. I'm not gonna go ahead, but
it's actually coming.
Next chapter destroyed the hype, in my opinion.
All right, so let's get into these moments. The most first moment is divine departure. Well, we're gonna do the Dorian Broggy, or we just gonna throw that on the Shanks?
Why don't we just do them both at the same time?
Yeah.
But I don't want to have
destruction of kids. I guess that's the moment.
Yeah, I say it should both count as like kids lost. I feel.
Yeah.
So
But what's the one at the left side?
Sorry, at the very front.
Yeah.
That's when Dorian Broggy did the combined attack on kids ship.
All right, and then I'm guessing
bro,
this
listen,
is
that and divine departure are S tier moments, bro.
Oh,
in my opinion, that's an S tier moment for sure. Like,
okay, I think we need to do this though, because I think that a lot of these moments from this year are amazing, right? I think we need an S tier plus rating though, because
we need to have a S tier plus moment. Yeah, I guess
I can see where most of
need that.
Be S tier.
Do a godly tier.
Yeah, God tier. If you can preach, I think that'll work. Because this is gonna be tough, man.
And divine departure falls into that for sure.
Oh, no doubt.
Adding tiers ain't gonna make it easier.
I would say Dorian Broggy was not as good as divine departure.
Oh no. It was just like the cherry on top. It wasn't the.
I thought we were doing them together as like one moment.
Oh, okay.
So I asked this.
It's not. It's like an A tier.
I asked this.
The best part of the Dorian Broggy part was when they looked at Shanks at the very end and it was like the kid pirates were utterly destroyed. That was the best part.
All right, not too much now.
Do you guys saw the translation of Sandman from that chapter, they said Shanks and Dorian Broggy said to each other, it's great to see the old friends that assumed each other to be dead. It means at some point, Shanks and Dorian Broggy met each other. They assumed Shanks is dead. Shanks assumed they are dead.
If I had to guess, I would say they probably thought Shanks was dead because giants just live so much longer than humans.
No, I mean, but when they did, why Shanks assumed they're dead?
Shanks probably thought they were dead because they were battling for how long on that island?
Yeah, they was like going on the island for a long time. But when would Shanks have met them though? On Little Garden, right?
They never left the Little Garden.
Yeah, it would have had to be on Little Garden.
How long were they on Little Garden?
100 years.
Yeah, it was 100 years.
There's no other time.
But I guess Shanks, Shanks is not stupid. He knows the lifespan of a giant.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know that they've been fighting. I mean, it was supposed to be a fight to the death. So you imagine one of them going to be gone at the least. But just for the fact that one's gone and then one's not on Elbaf, you could kind of assume the same for both of them.
That makes sense.
I was sensing a battle in Little Garden. Somebody attacked that place when Shanks was there.
In Little Garden?
Yes. Shanks became a Yonko 6 years ago. Maybe something happened over there.
I think Shanks followed the same route as Roger whenever he started his own pirating journey. You know what I'm saying? So he probably stopped by Little Garden. So maybe. I don't know. Roger did stop by Little Garden, did he not?
Because I have this feeling that Shanks, Dory, and Broggy previously fought side by side.
I hope so.
I got that sense from them.
But I mean, like I said, they've been fighting for 100 years, and
true.
Well, Shanks is like Eisen, bro. He's evil for sure.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go by each of y'all one by one. Where y'all putting the eradication of the kid pirates? What tier y'all want to throw it in? I'm gonna start with you, Zane.
That's godly. That's godly, bro. And I love Kid, but that was a godly moment. I'm not gonna lie.
Godly.
Gotta respect the Shanks hype, bro.
I love it. What about you, JJ?
The Shanks hype must be respected, but when we talking about 2023 and we separating that part from Divine Departure, we're not separating it, right?
No, they're the same moment. I mean, I feel like
it's got to be us. Yeah. Okay.
Even separated. I was like, yo,
them destroying the ship and like Shanks like disappearing like to the I was about to say that specific part was a B, but when you add everything that accumulated, the future sight, all of that, that's definitely S. No disagreeing.
Okay. All right.
I was just thinking about that last specific panel. I was like,
you must have something special and godly.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, if we comparing, I was thinking about that specific panel. We comparing that specific panel to like Honesty Impact and Galaxy Impact, and like, everything can be S.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go in myself and say that it's godly tier for sure. I don't think Twitter talked about a moment as much as they talked about this moment all year for One Piece.
100%.
Even like when the leaks first started. First, the leaks were saying that Ben Beckman loaded the entire crew, and then Shanks is not a kid. But the leaks was like he definitely. The leaks just had Twitter buzzing, and then it just got worse. The leaks didn't even do the moment justice. They made it seem more mild. It just got worse and worse the more the leaks came out, bro.
One of my favorite parts of that chapter, bro, was when they were groveling to Shanks and you couldn't see it. Like Oda blacked out his eyes.
Yeah,
and they were like, "We'll give you the poneglyphs." And they still killed him, bro. I was like, "Bro, Oda."
Shanks was probably like, "Bro, I'm taking these anyway. You don't gotta give me nothing, bro. What are we talking about?"
He was right there. Pirate, move accordingly.
For sure, man. But if I had to just say my personal number one of the year, I'd probably have this as that. So, I mean, this is definitely the best moment last year to me personally. This and another one is tied, I'd say. But I'd probably give this to Edge. I'm sure you already know it. Yes, sir. But yeah, I think I would go with this as godly tier for sure. Rox, what about you?
As far as moments go, I have it at best moment of the year. I don't have that chapter as the best chapter of the year. I have the 2 chapters ago, the final part of Kuma backstory. That's the best chapter. But this is, best moment to me. But because Oda showed the best on-screen observation hockey, I don't think there is any doubt. He showed perhaps the best one-shot display in the story. I assumed what Shanks did to Green Bull was far more hype, paralyzing an admiral from 30 miles away. I think that's stupidly better feats than this. But I have one major problem with the chapter. It's too short. We didn't even get to see the defeat of Killer. That was one panel. The chapter was 7 pages. That's really broke my heart. But the best thing that I loved about this chapter... Yeah, we never got to see Killer.
Killer, I thought Killer jumped in front of the Divine Departure.
Yeah, they told us, but we never got to see him.
Oh, okay, I get what you said.
Yeah, but the best thing about this event is that this was perhaps the first fight that Oda didn't intervene. There was no plot armor involved. That's why I love it.
That is actually hilarious when you think about it.
He always treats nobody. Kid like that, bro. He always treats kid like that.
Kid and Sanji, man, I get it, man. It's crazy.
It was like Oda was imagining a fight with a school bully. I assumed he had some personal grudges against him and he wanted to kill him in 7 pages.
He got him out of there, bro. That was actually hilarious. Did you put the new one on stream, Preach? You gonna do that one?
Yeah, I was gonna put it on because I realized this one doesn't even have my personal favorite moment.
You don't got Honest the Impact either.
Yeah, so I was like, I think we should switch over to chapters.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, just to finish up what we're talking, give me your rating for this moment.
This is a god tier moment for sure. I mean, this is my second favorite chapter of the year, and like seeing Shanks and seeing the fact that Shanks exceeded our expectations, because I always felt like Oda had to come in hard with Shanks, and I was a little bit nervous at the time. But with Shanks coming in, destroying Kid with ease, right after he defeats Big Mom, and it's just like, man, like the Shanks hype is just, it's so real, and like it's so good to see because we've been waiting for so long.
Yes, sir. Not many moments felt as much like a payoff as seeing not for Kid, because I mean it was bad for Kid, but you know, as a One Piece
Mihawk is gonna pull off the same hype.
Yes, sir.
It depends on who he's matched up against.
Like, if Mihawk goes against Green Bull, we're gonna see that moment again.
But this is my thing, right?
Fuji, bro. He's killing Fuji. I'm telling you.
But do you think he's gonna one-shot Fuji the way that Shanks did Kid?
Well, okay, we gotta understand the power difference between Fujitora and
how much stronger you think?
Green Bull might be stronger.
Bro, I think Fujitora pretty much high diffs to maybe mid diffs Kid.
Yeah, so I understand that, but this is my thing, right? And this is why I think Oda has put Mihawk in a very rough space. Shanks scared Green Bull away with just his presence. He goes and one-shots Kid, who's not an Admiral level fighter, but he's like knocking on the door, like, you know, he's very close. So for Mihawk to have a moment to match that hype, he can't go like into a longer fight with an Admiral because it won't be his height. And then if he fights somebody, like he can't fight Kid or Law because they're done. So it's like he's either gonna have to take out like a Holy Knight that we don't know, like that's actually very strong, or I just don't know how he can manage to make it as hype as a moment for Shanks. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it equals out because Green Bull and Shanks didn't get to fight 1v1. I know you don't agree with this, bro. But the presence of Shanks and his entire crew is what led Green Bull to leaving, bro. It wasn't just
Shanks hockey paralyzed them, not his crew hockey.
Tell me about
paralyzed him. Shanks needed 1 second to one-shot him.
I agree.
Like I'm not. It seems too extreme.
All I'm saying is, what did Green Bull say after this? He said, "We can't fight you right now." That's including his crew, bro. Like we can't fight y'all right now. Let me go look at the quote exactly, because he said
he said that I'm not ready to fight you guys yet.
You guys.
But I mean, true. But even in anime, as he's about to say that, the pressure of hockey goes higher. Anime absolutely massacred Green Bull.
I agree. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But we're not. People try to act like it was just Shanks' presence that made Green Bull leave. It was the presence of the entire Yonko crew that made Green Bull leave.
So I'm gonna ask you this, and then we can move on. If it was just Shanks on that ship, do you think Green Bull would have stayed?
Yeah, he probably would have.
I'll get the fuck out. All right. Let's go ahead and move.
Okay, well, actually,
I don't agree as well. Like,
let me change that actually, because there was the threat of Luffy as well. There was a whole nother Yonko crew there, and plus a Yonko.
He was never afraid of Luffy, though.
Yeah, he didn't care about Luffy. So Luffy
even Lucci didn't pay a lot of respect to Luffy.
But it doesn't matter. It's two Yonko.
No, I'm saying that Green Bull fearing. I'm saying I don't think Green Bull feared Luffy. He underestimated his power, but he did not fear him. Wrong.
For sure.
But I don't think he cared about.
Shanks has a much better repertoire than Luffy does.
But I think Green Bull knows how hurt the alliance was, because as we can see in the anime, they emphasized it a lot more. Like, oh, you're hurt. You can't really put up a good fight right now. So he was banking on that with Luffy. So I don't think Luffy that was ever really a big factor to him. It was Shanks, bro. Like, if Shanks wasn't there, he would have went on about his business. He probably would have killed Luffy, and it would have been rough, man.
That's actually wild. Because Zoro would have came out the cut and ended him in one shot.
Zoro was in worse shape than Luffy.
Nah, he was fine, bro.
I'm just saying this: if Shanks can paralyze Green Bull for 5 seconds, that's enough time for him to kill him.
He can definitely kill Green. Like, there's no doubt about it. Shanks can get.
No, I'm talking about one shot.
Green Bull. He's definitely killing Green Bull.
I don't know.
No, okay,
because you're paralyzed.
I just said back to what I was saying. I just feel like if Shanks doesn't, if Mihawk doesn't one shot an Admiral, even though Shanks didn't one shot an Admiral, but you leave that altercation with the impression that it's very much so possible, right? Or at least he can low diff one. Green Bull, let's say that. It's gonna have to be a very over the top moment for Mihawk, and from what I'm seeing, how the way that Oda shows off Mihawk and like the positions he put him in, I'm not sure if we'll get a one shot. I think he's gonna beat somebody important though, but I'm not sure it's gonna be the same height.
I think people are gonna call.
I don't understand.
Do you think people are gonna call Vista Admiral level after that?
Vista is Yonko level. Let's get that straight right now. But anyway.
Right, so I want to ask.
I don't understand.
Chat, what do you rank 1079 Shanks versus Kid? I'm assuming everybody has it in God tier, but I just want to ask.
Are we talking about now chapter or events?
So now we're going to chapters just because the last tier list didn't have even.
For me, that's because it's too short. For me, it's a S tier.
Okay.
That's God tier to me still. I ain't gonna lie.
I think for me,
it's in God tier for me too.
I think for me, God, for me.
And I hate that cheat code.
JJ, you still God tier, or you gonna switch it to S?
I say S, man. I say S.
The whole chapter? I thought you were just saying the moments together.
Okay. My bad. Listen, thinking is hard. Okay, I can't be switching up on me too much. Okay, the chapter was lit. But I was thinking about the moment of Shanks fighting them. But yeah. We're gonna go ahead and do that because when Shanks saw his whole crew get depleted and was like, "Nah, I can't do nothing about that." Like, very impactful. Very impactful.
All right, so let's move on to the next chapter. We can do 1071. This is the chapter where Kid finally reaches Elbaf.
Kuma lands on Marijois for the first time too.
Yeah, actually. I have a few notes, so I'm going to pull them up real quick. So this chapter, Kuma flies, how you said, flies into the red line, explodes. Vega Punk, I think they're fighting Lucci and the world government. And Zoro begins to fight with Kaku. And then finally we see Kid arrive at Elbaf. Oh, and also, I think in this chapter also, Garp reveals that he's going to Hachinosu to save Kobe from Blabber pirates.
I'm going to say B.
I say A. Saturn did nothing wrong. All right, pal.
I think the moment of like Garp announcing that he's going to save Kobe was pretty hype.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And then you got Kid at Elbaf, you get
that was
Kuma. It was a lot of characters in that chapter. That was a very good chapter, actually.
So is the next chapter after this? When does Sakazuki?
Oh my God. That was later on down the line, though. Yeah,
right. But when does he load this Kuma?
I'm sorry, Doll was in this chapter as well. I'm gonna give
I
you the
was just about to say that. I was about to say that.
That's
Doll had people on the chokehold for about 2 weeks when she pulled up.
I think that was a break week. Was that a break week?
She looks like a young Rihanna, bro. She's got to be A. That's an A tier, bro.
So Doll makes the chapter an A tier. Hey,
yes, sir.
That's true. I'm willing to acknowledge that. Yeah.
Can we admit she's top 3 One Piece female?
No.
Hey man.
Top 10 is safer.
Top Marine. Give it Top Marine.
Give me top 3. Give
top
me top
Marine,
3.
yes.
I like top 3. I agree with you saying.
Top 3. She bad, bro. Oda was cooking. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't like chicks with chokers, man.
I wonder what type of movie Oda was watching before creating Doll.
He was watching Rihanna music video.
Yeah, he was looking at, bro. There's this picture of Rihanna that I sent not too long ago, bro. He had to have gotten inspiration from that.
She looked just
because
like
it looks just like her, bro. It's crazy.
Right. I think we had to.
It would have been great if he gave Doll an umbrella if she's based on.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Actually, would have been fun. That would have been a unique fight. Nah, the other girl, well, she didn't fight with it though. The girl with the fruit that allows her to manipulate her weight had an umbrella, but still, it don't matter. Moving on, 1072.
All right, so 1072. It was
That's the Shanks chapter, right?
Nah.
Bonnie reveals her devil fruit power has the distortion future, where she can become buff. She turns Vega Punk into a child. We see Kuma climbing the red line. Bonnie discovers Kuma's paw memory, and then Stussy betrays CP0, attacks Kaku, and we get the reveal that Stussy is part of Rock's Pirates and a clone.
B.
I'd give that a B tier.
It was smooth.
Got some good reveals.
Before the flashback, I'm not really enjoying the Egghead Island. I gotta be honest.
Really?
It's not a bad take. I've seen that a lot.
The Garp and Shanks moment aside, the early Egghead Island wasn't really fun to me.
I agree.
Well,
when go ahead.
Oh, my bad, bro. The whole thing with the secret villain or whoever it was, like, don't get me wrong, I didn't know who it was. I couldn't decipher who it was, but like at the end of it, it just didn't feel like it led to anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the
so
reveal.
I guess you're being too polite. Yeah. Let me insult Oda instead of you. In one arc, we had this betrayal set up for 100 chapter. Now we get the betrayal 6 chapter after character introduction. That was a shitty move.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I remember when we were doing the rankings every week. I would always have like a 6 or a 7. And it was. I agree. Like without the outside stuff, without Shanks, Garp, but I would include Sabo and the Gorosei part of the arc. But like it was kind of all over the place. Like the York stuff was kind of interesting, but then it's like it didn't really pay off anything. So it's just, I don't know. Yeah, I agree. The beginning of Egghead is not as good as it seemed it could have been.
Yeah. I think Oda didn't know where he wanted to go at the start of Egghead in terms of like, besides the Kuma stuff.
Yeah,
and
like,
the Shank stuff and everything else.
Even Blackbeard and Law was hype.
Right? Yeah, I feel like that was just straight filler.
No, I guess Oda knew that he needs this setup, but he knew this is boring, so he just kept giving us other moments. He said, "Bear the boring moments, I'm gonna pay off." Trust me.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I would say that like the first portion of Egghead is like a 7 out of 10.
Chad,
because
I'm gonna ask Chad.
We get to see oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Chad, did you guys enjoy the first half of Egghead? What are your thoughts on the beginning half?
Chad is still arguing about Cat and Ulti, bro.
The poll speaks for itself. That's all I'm gonna say.
I agree. Shouldn't be that close. But yeah, I agree with the sentiments about the first part of Egghead. You remove all the outside stuff, then it definitely loses a lot of the rating for me. I like I don't know if y'all remember when we was doing like our weekly stream. We kept talking about how long it was taking Kizaru and them to come. And it came to the point we felt like it was like dragging it a little bit. But since they landed, it's been fire. So yeah.
So we said B, right? For 1072.
B, that's fair.
B. Yeah,
I feel like you know what really changed the whole motion of Egghead, bro? Whenever Saturn pulled up and transformed for the first time, bro.
Oh, that made
it
insane.
That transformed this arc.
Even the Kizaru moment was bad.
Yeah, bad. No.
I feel like the Kizaru fight could have been a lot better. The
fight could have been better, but when Luffy was like someone very strong on this island,
that was
like the start was fire.
People didn't believe that he's talking about Kizaru.
Yeah, everybody was talking about somebody else.
and now they have to agree because they didn't really notice Saturn until he finally transformed. So it's like it has to be Kizaru at that point. Like there's no arguments anymore.
Yeah. So that's my favorite chapter of the year. 1094 with Saturn
that's fair.
Reveal. And just because like it changed everything for One Piece, and I remember even thinking for weeks after the chapter came out just how impactful it was going to be, because I feel like with the Gorosei we've always wanted to see, like we kind of got that they had devil fruits, and everybody wants the Gorosei to be strong, but then when you see like that he's truly like evil and stuff, it's like it's exactly what I always wanted to see. And I don't know, bro. It was a game changer.
Don't you guys fear how strong Gorosei are? Because there is a balance in One Piece world. Don't you guys fear that the existence of this guy is gonna make the world government side too powerful?
I don't think so.
His presence alone was exuding advanced conquer.
I think there's gonna be a very specific novelty to the Gorosei's power that's gonna balance it out. I feel a reason why they can't use it too much.
Portal.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be something. I think it's like limited.
Lead to that because let's be honest, bro. Like we fought a being like Kaido. Kaido is by no means a chump, bro. He's top of the verse, one of the strongest beings to ever exist in One Piece. So where do we go from there? I
don't think Saturn is equal to. No. I don't think that's the case.
Oh no, I agree. But like, say we put all.
I think we have Cheech and then we have Imu. I think these two people can easily surpass, like visibly surpass Kaido.
So do you think the Gorosei all combined into one? Like, say the Gorosei went to the battlefield, all transformed at once. Do you think they're a bigger threat than Kaido?
They will again. I don't want to use the R word, but 5 top tier versus 1. 5 Green Ball would demolish Kaido, let alone 5 Gorosei.
Okay, I can see that. But the thing is,
I still don't believe even Goldie Roger can defeat 2 Admirals.
Okay. I don't know about that.
I still don't know.
I think Whitebeard, Roger, Rocks, and maybe one other person could probably beat 2 Admirals.
Shanks.
I think it depends on the Admiral.
No, not that.
Shanks and Mihawk.
If it's Garp and Sengoku, I don't know if Rock.
Okay, if you throw Mihawk in your
but if it's like
I feel Kaido and Shanks have more claim to power than Sengoku.
I think they're both stronger, yeah. But we're talking 2 at once.
But you gotta respect what Roger said, bro. If you want, if you want someone to come capture me, you gotta send.
But here's the thing: every single top tier back then was comparable to Roger. Whitebeard, Zebek, Shiki, Sengoku, Garp. All of them were comparable to Roger. So either every top tier is comparable to Roger, or for some magical reason, everybody back then was just randomly stronger than everybody present.
And yeah, I don't agree with I agree with what you're saying, but I don't agree that they were stronger than people now. Because
I mean, every top tier should be comparable to
Oda
Roger.
has made it a point that the new age surpasses the last.
No, he hasn't.
I think. Look,
yeah.
So what I think is, I think he's made that clear, but I think we haven't seen it yet. I think Luffy will surpass Roger.
I think the new age that's going to surpass the last.
They're going to, but I don't think we've seen
it.
Yeah,
but the new generation that's going to surpass the last is Luffy's generation. This current generation is not that. They haven't surpassed. I don't think. If we look at the very top tier,
on-screen Shanks already surpassed every legend. On-screen.
Allegedly, I can see that. But if we look at the very top tiers, compared from, let's say,
Shanks'
we're going to call it
probably
Texas
gave PTSD to Whitebeard.
Okay. No. We're not doing that.
All right. I would say that. If we look at the top tiers from Roger's era and not from Luffy's generation, but for Shanks' generation, Roger's generation wipes.
I agree.
Well, there's just
I would say they win, but extreme difficulty.
But you got to realize there was a plethora more people. Like in terms of, so we got what, Blackbeard, Shanks, Mihawk, the Admirals.
Teach belongs to
which generation do you think? Yeah, I think Teach would be in Luffy's, even though he's old, but he just really started.
Yeah, generation of
if you're gonna use Teach, you got to use the version of Teach that was
Shanks, bro. Him and Shanks are literally near the same age. They have.
Yeah, but Rouge is also probably 20 years older than Luffy.
Yeah.
Or Beji.
Blackbeard was just sitting dormant during Shanks' rise, Mihawk's rise, Croc, like that generation.
Yeah. So how Oda determines this, it's okay, whenever these characters reach their prime and strength is whenever they're put in that generation, not where their age lies. That's what y'all think?
Yeah, but that's why I think
I would say it's more about their when they rose to prominence.
Yeah.
I mean, fact of the matter is, if I'm a 27-year-old and I've been playing in the Euro League all my life and I just made it to the NBA, I'm still a rookie.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Blackbeard was just sitting under the radar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think because he was a part of the worst generation, right? He's literally a part of the worst generation.
I mean, many of the old generation are really old people, but as I'm saying, like Roach and Beji, they are legitimately old.
But they're Luffy's gen, yeah. But I'm looking at Shanks' generation, which I'll consider like the middle children of this. If you got
where would y'all put Kaido and Big Mom?
Kaido is in
Shanks' generation.
Kaido, I would put Kaido in Shanks and Big Mom and Roger.
You can both say it's Shanks' generation, or because he was rising when Shanks was a baby, they were established pirates.
Yeah.
When Shanks was 1 year old, they were legends in God Valley.
But Kaido was a apprentice. So if you want to put Kaido in Shanks' generation, I'm fine with that. But Big Mom, I think she has to be in Rogers.
Kaido, when he joined the crew, was apprentice. I don't think during the war he was also an apprentice. Or
I think he
had a statement for that.
During the war,
21 is good age.
During God Valley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was probably still an apprentice.
Maybe.
Because the way they was talking to him,
did you see his dialogue gives off that impression.
But when they got Kaido, they said like now the Rocks Pirates are not gonna lose. Like now they're crazy.
They're unstoppable.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like Kaido, he might have been an apprentice at first, but I think he quickly rose up and like was a main member.
I don't think we even have a 21 years old apprentice. Marco was like 16, Shanks was 12.
I would say Kaido is considered to be separate from Big Mom's generation. Well, yeah, so we can throw Kaido in Shanks'.
Yeah, I think Kaido is in Shanks' generation, but Shanks was what, 1? Whenever Kaido was what, 21?
Yeah, 1.
Hey, listen, it works.
Either way, bro. If we're talking about Rocks, Roger, Whitebeard, and Garp, to me that's
Rayleigh,
Sengoku,
Garlic, if he's really strong as we think he is, Kong.
I guess Shanks, Dragon, Kaido, and Mihawk can give them an extreme fight.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll say a high def fight, but the thing is, like,
I did forget about Dragon. We count Dragon though. He's not a pirate, you know.
No, we can count Dragon.
But he still lays in that generation, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was in the execution of Roger. He counts.
Yeah, he's
Okay, yeah. We got Smoker in this generation though. So.
that dude was bottom
the
of the
only good seed in Marine is Garp, and he wasn't even supposed to be a Marine to begin with.
I have one question. I want y'all to answer. This is very off topic, but I just have a question. So we all agree that Sakazuki is like this generation's, right?
No, we don't. There's no Garp in this
generation.
Come
on, bro. Come on.
No, he's not the Garp of this generation. Dragon was supposed to be the Garp of this generation, but he left the Marine.
Man, that guy ain't, bro. He ran away from Sakazuki. That's all.
Yeah, okay.
I actually love Akainu even as a character, so I have nothing against him.
Dude, he's such a good character, and people just don't like him because
if you don't like a character, it means he's a properly well done character.
I agree.
Yeah, that's why I don't even like say I hate Kaido. I'm just saying that I have no emotion towards Kaido.
Well, you should.
Saturn already surpassed him for me. Like I
Bro,
like.
Kaido was literally letting children and women starve for his own benefits. You shouldn't care about Kaido one bit.
No, I'm saying that I don't even hate him. Like, I don't know his reason. Like, Akainu kills people for a very clear and obvious reason. That reason might be wrong, but again, that is a reason. We don't even understand the reason behind the actions of Kaido. So I can't even hate to dislike him.
So like,
he just felt betrayed his entire life. So he was like, okay, well, if everybody's going to betray me, I'm gonna treat everybody else like crap.
What about like with Saturn? Like, is it fear? Is it corruption? The way I see Saturn is like it's fear and corruption.
I think it's fear.
I mean, I guess
Fear of evil or what? No, I'm sorry.
Just fear in general. Like the way the Gorosei move is very secretive. It's always in the shadows, and they're afraid of like people learning the history and stuff like that. So
I think at the end of the day, they're scared of what will happen. They let down Emu. Because if they let down, they treat Emu like a god, obviously. I mean, everybody knows that. So if they mess up and Emu gets mad, they're cooked. Like, there's nothing they can do, obviously, because they wouldn't worship somebody like a god if they were tiers levels stronger than them.
Zane, I'm gonna ask you this question, and we can move on to the next chapter.
Okay.
How would you feel about Sakazuki being the Kong of this generation?
Being a clone?
The Kong, Monkey.
Why
D.
not
Kong.
Sengoku?
Not Monkey D. Kong.
Well, I don't have a problem with that now, just because I don't know what Kong achieved. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what he's done.
Okay.
Like, nobody knows. He could be like, one of their best fighters, one of their most prominent individuals in the entire Marines.
He's not. During the conversation with Garp, it was very obvious that he knew Garp is stronger.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. That's why I say Sakazuki's the Garp of this generation. He definitely is.
Well, all right. There's no Garp of this generation then. How about that? We'll just leave it at that. All right. Next chapter, 1073. What are we looking at?
All right,
Sorry,
there's that. 1073. So Stussy defeats Lucci. Stussy revealed to be working for Vega Punk.
Okay, do you guys have any problem with the fact that Big Mom didn't recognize Stussy?
In Hokage Island?
Yeah. Big Mom is an idiot. Big Mom is an idiot. So
maybe that's why she was invited, though. Are we not considering that? Maybe that's literally why she was there. Because
well, maybe she just kept it a secret. She was like, well.
Yeah,
what's
like
going on here?
Just because
maybe she was interested but didn't say anything.
Yeah, just because she didn't blurt it out, don't mean she didn't notice it.
Oda always loved to foreshadow, to mock us that, hey, I told you, but you didn't notice. But there was no foreshadowing.
But did we see Big Mom and Stussy interact?
I don't think Oda had plans for her. I genuinely believe this one was coming out of his butt.
No, he had the plans for her because when she asked for the drink, that foreshadowed her taking out Kaido. I mean, she's Lucci and Kaku.
She taking out Kaido. Yeesh.
Can you explain more? I don't know.
She asked for a specific drink at the wedding. I mean, the tea party. It was a wedding. Never mind. It was a giraffe squeezed into juice, and it was clear foreshadowing for the fact that in the future she beat Kaku.
Yeah,
she loaded both of them.
But shouldn't Oda foreshadow her being the lover of Whitebeard first?
Well, maybe he was just trying to keep it.
He's saying he had plans for her to betray CP0, but not to be a Ross pirate.
Yeah, I'm saying Oda came up.
Have we already met Stussy at this time? Like the real Stussy?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
what chapter did we meet Miss Bucky?
Weevil was like during was it like the end of Dressrosa? Yeah, like it was like during Dressrosa.
Oh, then yeah.
I think that having her a clone of Miss Bucky, whatever, is a pretty big thing for him to have not planned.
Well, we know that Oda sometimes just throws stuff in. What's the worst generation for it?
But that's different though.
The Supernova.
I believe all the Supernova characters were called back. Okay. But anyway, I think all the Supernova characters were planned. They just weren't planned as Supernova.
No, they were. Oda said that I didn't plan their design, not their character.
Yeah, but he also said
if you don't have a baseline for their design, you don't have a baseline for their character in general. Because when Oda makes a character, their design shows who they are.
But this is the thing. Where was the Supernova? That was Sabode, right? I think that a lot of these were concepts that he was going to use at one point in the story, but I don't think he just had them considered as Supernova yet. Like, for example, Bunny and Kuma. I think that Bunny and Kuma was planned for a long time, but he didn't think of Bunny to be. Bunny probably would have just been another princess on the island or some shit. But instead, he just made her a pirate, a supernova.
Bunny crying over Kuma was proper foreshadowing. During when she was seeing the report of Marineford and crying, I guess that was proper foreshadowing. But here's my problem with Stussy. If we delete Stussy from the entire story right now, nothing would actually be different. That's why I'm saying Oda didn't invest a lot in her.
She's not really an important character though.
Yeah, nothing would be different.
But I don't think she has to be important. That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's her beating
No, I'm
Lucci
saying
and
Oda
Kaku?
made her important by giving her a backstory, but he still didn't have a lot of plan with her.
Well, I think we got
That's not like
we
the
got to
Oda
see
I
more
know.
with Weevil. I think because we're gonna talk about it in this chapter. Well, like, one of the moments in this chapter is where Stussy says to Marco, where she's like, Vega Punk can prove that Weevil is Whitebeard's son.
Yeah. I'm gonna step out for like 10 minutes. I'll be right back. Y'all keep cooking.
So I think her story is more tied to Weevil.
We can wait, sure.
No, we can go. We can vote on this chapter. So this chapter, it's Stussy defeats Lucci. Stussy is revealed to be working for Vega Punk. Zoro clashes with S-Hawk. Admiral Greenbull capture Weevil.
That's here?
Yeah. Buckingham revealed to be a scientist. Buckingham tell Marco that Vega Punk can prove Weevil is Whitebeard's son. And then we get some big stuff. We got Gorosei name reveal, Jay Garcia Saturn. And Saturn and Kizaru, that whole interaction. And Saturn reveals that that he already met Vega Punk in the past. So that was the entire 1073.
Action
I'm
packed,
guessing
man.
it's better than 1071.
You think so?
Yeah.
I would say 10. Personally, I just love Garp and Shanks more and like the Elbaf stuff, so I would go with that. But I would say there's a lot in this chapter for sure.
I'm gonna say this is probably this is either a C or B tier chapter, in my opinion. And I'm leaning more towards B just because there really isn't a lot of Egghead below.
Yeah, I mean, but the Gorosei review I think was pretty hype. Like,
yeah,
I mean, if Weevil is in this chapter, that's badass.
Wait, was it the entire Gorosei lineup reveal, or was it just the Saturn?
It was just the Saturn.
Nah, that's when Kizaru was giving him his tea all nervously, and then they just dropped the name at the end of the chapter.
Well, everybody was talking about that.
Greenbull defeating Weevil is also very important. That might lead to the raid of Impel Down.
Yeah, that could be important too. But
that could be the first seed of a very major event.
It was very it was very quick. I mean, like, I think it was interesting, but I feel like we didn't see too much of Greenbull, and it's kind of just brushed over. I think it's setting up a lot more, which is fine.
Y'all think we see a cover story of Marco and a whole bunch of Whitebeard pirates breaking out people from Impel Down soon?
Oh, that could be actually a Mihawk's moment.
I would be fine with that.
Why you? Oh, so you thinking since Weevil got captured, that's why the Whitebeard pirates will pull up. Anytime I think about Impel Down getting invaded again, I'm more likely to think of Crossguild personally.
Yeah, I'm actually going with Crossguild as well.
We saw Marco was contemplating on going to rescue her or rescue Weevil because he protected the island when Greenbull.
They might hire Crossguild.
Yeah, but Marco doesn't even believe that he's actually Whitebeard's son. Like, he's unsure about it.
I agree with that, and that is true. But the fact that he protected the island would be enough for Marco to be like, okay, maybe I should help this guy because he helped us when I wasn't here. I was in Wano. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. We know Marco is a solid, and like I make fun of him a lot of the time, because he let Izo die. But other than that,
I don't know if the Whitebeard pirates would go, because it's like, even in Wano, right? Like, Marco was, I think, one of the only 2 Whitebeard pirates that showed up. Like, where was Vista? Where was Jozu? Where was everybody at? I mean, this is Odin, like their former crewmate. And it's like, to me, I think we would have seen them right there. But we didn't see them.
I think after they disbanded, they probably lost a lot of their confidence in the crew, and because they lost the Marineford, they lost the Blackbeard. It's like, well, okay, maybe it's time for us to disband, like how Roger did. I mean, Roger went out in a way more positive way in comparison, but still, like, after 2 major losses like that, it's going to be kind of hard.
Even finding them could have taken a lot of time. If they would have go after finding Vista or finding Jozu, the Battle of Wano could have been over.
Yep.
All right, so what is your guys' ranking for the chapter? I'm going B.
I'm going to put it in a B.
I'm comfortable giving it a B, but once we get further along, I honestly like 2023 was crazy, yo. Something got to be C eventually, and the further along we go, the harder it's going to be to put things in the C category. But this chapter had a lot. I'm really comfortable making this a B chapter, but I wouldn't have a problem at the end of everything if this ends up being a C, honestly. Once we get to that Kuma stuff, it's gonna be a lot of A and S. It's gonna be a lot of top tier talk once we get to that Kuma. So yeah.
All right, so
yeah, let's go ahead and make it a B for now.
We'll do B for now.
Great.
The next chapter, Sentomaru deploys 50 Kuma pacifistas. Straw Hats and the Vega Punk reunite. It's like the panel where we see the Straw Hats like hanging out with all the different Vega Punks. Everyone begins to search for the main Vega Punk because the cameras get shut down. And then there's another scene. It's we find out that Luffy is severely tired from his Gear 5 fight with Lucci. It's implied that Kuma was a slave for Celestial Dragons when he was a child, and Bonnie starts to see the memories of Kuma. Morgans makes the headline for Luffy, where he's going to make the headline that Luffy waged war against Egghead Island and holds Vegapunk hostage, and then we finally see Vivi at the end of the chapter with Morgans and Wapol. So, what are your thoughts?
The highlight of the chapter is that Nami kicking Lucci in the balls. If you look very closely, you can see the implication.
Yeah, that chapter had some funny moments too. Like even like with Zoro and I think it was Zoro and Sanji, right? Like they're making fun of Zoro because he's gonna get lost searching for Vegapunk. Like there were some really fun like Straw Hat moments that I liked a lot in that chapter.
Don't forget we got that Zoro drip 1074. That may make it a B by itself.
That might make it a D.
Oh jeez. Yeah, this is the beginning of us feeling sorry for Bonnie. I mean, I remember we was watching the shadows of those random people beating on Kuma and just having to wonder what was going on. And this chapter was a little tough. Yeah, he's still climbing up the red line too. Very interesting, but I don't know. As I scroll through this chapter, other than Vivi, this may be a C. I don't know.
I agree. There is nothing.
I agree.
Compared to what's come next, it's a C.
But I will say though, like just having that like classic Straw Hat interaction was really cool to see.
Yeah, that's true.
So like I agree it's a C, but I just want to say it was still a good chapter.
Yeah. I genuinely love the Straw Hat moments more than Yonko information. I watched One Piece because of Straw Hats.
Yes.
I watched One Piece because of Mihawk.
You need to find another show.
So you haven't watched One Piece then? It's what you're saying.
I've watched One Piece for a total of like an hour of my life. No, I'm just kidding, bro. You know I love the Straw Hats.
That's funny.
Okay.
Man, I'm scrolling through. I just gotta say it while it's on my mind now. This ain't part of 1074, but once we get to that panel where Shaka was seeing that one person destroy that Denden Mushi, and we still haven't got answers to that. Like, I'm talking
it
down
looks
that.
Like Saturn, bro. It still looks like Saturn to me.
Yeah, it looks like Saturn, but it doesn't make sense for it to be Saturn at this point in the story. And for them to not even say nothing about it. Oh.
You know what? That actually might be a Blackbeard. Now that I think about it.
Good point.
Because we saw the flag of the Blackbeard Pirates, and we haven't seen anything, not one thing, leading the Blackbeard Pirates to Egghead. So why not throw it in right there? We wouldn't notice it the most. You know what I'm saying? We're sitting here thinking it's Saturn. We're sitting here thinking it's a old girl that betrayed Vegapunk, a pacifista maybe, or a Seraphim. Like, that's what the main options we thought it was. It would be likely that Oda would throw that in right there to throw us off. Because they're there for a reason. Like, they're there to get Vegapunk technology, the Seraphim, or something. And I know those are the same thing, but still. They're there for
I
something.
also want to give a shout out to Morgan for not being bullied by world government. That was one of the best moments of the year, in my opinion.
Bro, Morgan is always standing on business.
Yeah.
Always.
That was amazing. I remember that week on my channel, that was amazing. Because everybody talked about how glorious he was.
Morgan's has the most power in the One Piece verse that isn't physical.
That's true.
Besides the Gorosei and Emu, you know, but he has the most power politically.
Yeah, he can really change the world. Like, he could change the way people view things too.
Yep, he's a monster.
He don't do things. I mean, he does things for entertainment and drumming up review and everything. But he could spit a whole lot more negative jargon than what he actually does, and I appreciate the fact that he doesn't. I still need to learn more about him and the fact that he could just walk around in his Super Saiyan form all the time and be comfortable. I want to learn about that.
Yes,
he has more dignity than any media on planet Earth.
We're talking about Morgan.
It's so funny too.
I love that he gasses Luffy every single new
Super Saiyan form.
The funniest thing with Morgan, like he the thing where he said that Luffy was gonna kidnap Vega Punk and start a war, and then like 10 chapters later we see like Luffy really did that too. Like that was so funny to see his reaction where he's like, oh wait, my like headline was actually true.
Well, he low-key didn't kidnap Vega Punk, but I mean it looks like it on the outside. Yeah. Mm. So yeah, he was spitting low-key.
What chapter y'all on now?
1074.
We just rated 73.
I don't know. We might need to speed this one up a little bit.
All right. Well, this next one is like I would say maybe one of the worst chapters. Not that it's bad. It's just kind of bland. Like the only thing I can really see in this is we see the shaded figure, how you said, and then we see the hunt for Vega Punk continues, and then it's like a chapter where the Seraphim are attacking everybody. S-Snake starts turning people to stone, and it's just like, to me, it's there was nothing really interesting about the chapter.
Let me tell you this may be the chapter where me and Krow started looking at Vega Punk suspicious. This that cover story where he's sitting there all smiley with the Gorosei behind him.
The cover story was better than the chapter.
That's true. The cover story was so much better than the chapter.
I mean, do y'all still have that same view of Vega Punk now that we've seen it?
Yeah.
Still skeptical about him?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't. I mean, I revised my thought process.
It's not a purely. But this is okay. Go ahead, JJ. Go ahead.
I was going. I didn't trust the guy straight up, but seeing everything from Kuma's perspective allowed you to be a little bit more understanding. And when you see him caping for Bonnie and everything, and actually. Bro, if I'm one of them people on I ain't giving Saturn all that lip. That man been back talking Saturn for years. Like,
for real.
That's gonna give him a little bit of power.
Now, this is why I still feel the same.
Okay, the Kings.
No, I never thought that Vega Punk was just a flat out evil person. I didn't see a scenario of him betraying Luffy and all that. I just don't think that his actions so far, for the sake of marginal scientific gain, have been justified with considering who he's working for and who he's really benefiting.
Marginal is crazy.
I assume all of you watched Oppenheimer. That's true?
Yes.
Yeah, I know what happened though.
I think we can compare Vega Punk to Oppenheimer. I think by the end of the movie, Oppenheimer knew the consequences of his action, but he's a man of science. He's a junkie to his creation, so he did it anyway. I think Vega Punk did monstrous thing, but he's not a monster.
To be a successful scientist, you need to be in a more standpoint, bro. You have, because if you're leaning too far into being benevolent or malevolent, you're not going to gain as much as you could if you landed.
You need to push it to 11.
But at one point, this game, you got to ask yourself, is the game really worth it? Because what is his game doing right now? His game is giving. Listen.
Okay.
His gain, from what we've seen in story, because remember when we started talking about being iffy of Vega Punk, we had no idea about the Kuma stuff yet or how it went down. That was just a rock in the pond. What we knew about Vega Punk was that he made the Mother Flame, gave this corrupt government who's funding him, and gave them the ability to destroy islands on a whim. He, without permission, clearly cloned the warlords, created the Seraphim, using his very evil experiments on King. Now, if you want to say somebody else did it under Vega Punk's watch, sure.
It was Caesar.
Okay. But I still don't think that, he's just, I don't think that's morally great. I think that's a little bit farther to the right. Because, That's rough. The things he's done have not just been, oh, we're finna just I'm gonna take a rat and just do an experiment on him. King was a living being, and he's burning him to a crisp to see how durable he is. He's taking samples from warlords unknowingly, cloning them, creating new beings. And you know how evil this government is. You're very aware of this, yet you give them a island destroying power. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't think you can really justify that. Now, am I saying Vega Punk is just an evil
compare it to
person?
again Oppenheimer, the destruction of 2 cities with like tens of thousands of people. But one might argue that stopped another world war. That stopped the continuation of Second World War. Or the only reason that the U.S. and Russia never fought is the existence of atomic bomb. I think it's a very gray area.
Yeah, like I said, bro, to be a successful, you need to be morally great. If you lean too far into benevolence or malevolence, bro, you will not succeed.
I don't want to be in Vega Punk lab, but I can understand him.
I mean, that's fair too. Yeah, I mean, you can if you say it that way. I'm not saying you're wrong or right. I'm just saying he's receiving this funding, and it's not like he's out here saving the world with his science. He hasn't done anything for anyone that we know of, but the world government.
The distribution of his scientific effort.
I'm saying we're talking about it being worth it, right? You're saying that you have to be able to be more than great. But it is worth it. I'm letting y'all cook. Who is it worth it for? Who is it worth it for?
The knowledge of that stuff is still in the world, but
the same word that kills people for reading.
Vega.
These are the people he's giving these things. That's what I'm saying. Like this knowledge is being created.
Is that a shot at Sakazuki?
No, I ain't talking about. He did it too. He did it too. But I'm saying, like, y'all say, like, you can't be too malevolent or benevolent or whatever, too black or white. You got to be gray. But when we're talking about who has benefited from this scientific, because it's not like I said, he's not. Nothing Vegapunk has made has went out into the world and changed the lives of people, of the common people. Everything he's done has only been to the benefit of the government or the people that live on Egghead Island. So I'm not sure.
His hometown too, though.
But he can't control the distribution of his scientific.
I think we got to move on.
Every science that we use right now, 30, 40, 50 years ago, it was at the hand of our government. I think that's how science works. You first need to deliver it to government. When this technology is outdated for government, you will release it to the public.
So the public is going to start cloning Lunarians.
Perhaps.
All right. So
he can find a way of making your lifespan longer. You can channel your consciousness to a robot so you don't die. I think this worth it.
Does anyone have like the final points they want to make? Because I think we got to move on.
No.
Yeah, we've been.
So what do we rank in 1075? For me, I don't mind throwing it in D.
It's like a C.
But
I'm going C. Bro.
Like I said, D for me, if it be D, I think something like negative has happened, like York's reveal. But this is just
in that case, nothing would be D, I assume.
That's fair.
Nah, when Frankie gets turned into stone, that's a definitely D chapter.
Well, I mean C or D, I don't really mind which one.
All right, we can do C. All right, so
you can do C with it being a chance of moving down to D.
Yeah, depending on what. Yeah.
So 1076, Luffy and Zoro team up to fight, or they team up with Lucci and Kaku. We finally see S-Hawk's Devil Fruit power. It's revealed that there's many Cypher Pole agents being starved and hidden in that room with Vega Punk. And we finally see that there's a fleet of 100 ships that's heading to Egghead.
And this is the Blackbeard ship reveal too, right?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, we see Blackbeard ships. We see Shanks is. We find out that Elbaf is Shanks' territory. We find out Derry and Brogy are at Elbaf. So yeah, it's a pretty good.
I think the confirmation about this being a territory of Shanks was never proven.
It wasn't proven. It wasn't confirmed yet.
No. If they were just there, nobody said that this is part of his territory.
That's true.
Well, why do they call him Big Boss?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
They call him Big Boss. That's definitely his territory. Like I don't think it has to be.
It was like
we all know that.
Or maybe that's just one island. I don't think King of Elbaf is gonna be Shanks' bitch. I mean, I love that idea, but there is a king.
That's a good point, and we don't know how big Elbaf is. So it could be like how Whole Cake is, how it's like a whole bunch of separate islands.
Yeah, I think
you see,
I think
that's already
in Norse
confirmed.
mythology, the actual land is on top of a tree. Maybe they are below the tree. Maybe below the tree is Shanks' territory, but above the sea is the King Odin territory or whatever.
Yeah,
I can see that.
It's separate villages for sure. Because Big Mom, she wrecked the village. Like she didn't wreck the mainland part of Elbaf. So.
Yeah.
And also the panel of Shanks and his crew and giants, that is definitely
that's a fire panel. But
Yeah,
I think
really
overall, I get a chapter of B though.
Why can't Mihawk get a panel like that, man?
It's respect.
Also, the final dialogue of Kid is very great to me because it is such a foolish dialogue. Maybe the stupidest thing that anybody said in the story.
He's riding off that high of beating.
like Killer is telling him we might lose, but he's like, no, we can, we don't.
He said, "Nah, I'd win."
He got
the thing about Kid right there is he's living off that high of beating Big Mom. It's like, okay, bro, I just beat a Yonko. I can take another one right now. But what he fails to realize is his homeboy Law isn't there to cause most of the damage.
So I heard A, B.
I said B. Right, yeah.
First time seeing Shanks Alliance.
I'm gonna go B just because there's plenty of chapters that are.
Yeah, true. I'm a Shanks family. So.
JJ.
I'm giving
I think. My bad, JJ.
I'm just this is like a B+ chapter with me, yo. It started off funny with Kaku and Lucci trying to convince Zoro and Luffy to get him off the chains. Then you got the panel of Lucci and Luffy working together, and then you finish it off on Elbaf. Like this is a very quality chapter for me. This is definitely a B+. But like I say, with everything else coming later on, I know it's gonna be a lot of A's back there. But so I just want to say B+ to make myself happy.
All right. I think for me, I'm going. Oh man, it's tough.
This could be an A chapter for me for real though. Like
I ain't mad.
I'm gonna go B as well. But yeah, it is a good. It's like definitely the borderline A for me. But 1077.
Man, Lucci said, "I want to get done with these Seraphim, and I'm killing y'all after the fact." And Kaku like, "Bruh, chill." Like, yeah, I love that joint.
Yeah, it's like because like the fact that Luffy I know Luffy was dumb in that scene, but like we're gonna talk about it here. I think it might be the next chapter where like Zoro and Luffy together was like both having dumb moments back to back.
Yes, sir.
So 1077. So yeah, I think it does have that moment where it's like Zoro is talking about how he finally realized that King is similar to the Seraphim, which is like, bro, like how do you like you're fighting? He saw S-Hawk right away. Like you think he would kind of recognize it pretty fast.
See, just because how frustrated I was.
Oh, just see off of Zoro.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. So the other things in the chapter is we get that final panel where it's like we see Shaka got shot when she's looking for Vega Punk, or when he's looking for Vega Punk, and then we kind of like see that there's going to be a traitor. So I think that was a cool moment, but like in hindsight, it wasn't crazy as it was. Like when I first saw it, it was pretty graphic, but I think it was a bit underwhelming looking back on it.
I agree.
My mic cut out, or I couldn't hear. What moment are y'all talking about?
So we're talking about Zoro with King, or Zoro when he like sees the Seraphim and they're similar to King, and then we're also talking about like when Shaka got shot after finding Vega Punk in that room.
Are you guys wondering weren't you guys disappointed at what happened to Shaka? He was perhaps the best of the clones, and he's just out.
Well, I don't think he's the best of the clones. I think Lilith is, but he definitely has the best design.
Oh yeah, of course.
Lilith
is number one. Yeah, sure.
Is crazy, bro.
Lilith and Frankie, I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, I like Lilith. Sure. I like I guess the other ones are kind of just like I don't even remember their names, to be honest.
I don't want Lilith to be a straw hat, but I'd like to see Lilith. That'd be pretty cool. Like she's leading the Vega Punks because everybody assumed the Stella's gonna die. Correct? Y'all agree with that? He's probably gonna die. Lilith is probably gonna be the lead of the Vega Punk crew. So if they took all their inventions, and added to Straw Hat Grand Fleet, that'd be a a perfect mix for the fleet, in my opinion. Then we can have encounters with Frankie and Lil. They can come up with cool ideas, new stuff for the
My
Sunny.
question, if that happens, is so does Lilith know everything that Vega Punk knows about the Ancient Kingdom and everything?
Well, most likely, since they download each other's memories into the, I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a punk record.
So it's like, to me, it's like, man, like, just having that much information walking around with Luffy is dangerous, bro.
Well, he needs it though, because look,
guys, I'm gonna come back in 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
No, you're good,
all
bro.
Good, bro. All good.
Because we're dealing with the world government, bro. We're dealing with Emu. We're dealing with Gorosei, who potentially, I'm not saying they are, but potentially could be Yonko level threats all on their own, from what we've seen so far. We've got the Holy Knights. We've got potentially an ancient weapon with Emu. We got Blackbeard, who's looking for something. 2 devil fruits. One of the craziest crew. I mean, even though they got washed by Ku. Other than that, you know, like, we're upscaling so much.
Yeah.
Get right now.
I mean, that is true.
Like,
the world government has a lot that they're like, Oda introducing the Holy Knights and everything. It's like the Gorosei and everything. Like, they're becoming more powerful than they were a year ago, for sure.
Yeah, they're like on a whole different level now. Once we saw Saturn transform, once we Holy Knights revealed, like, it changed the entire scope of the world government. So it's like, we're not in little boy games anymore, bro. We're in the professional leagues now. We need professional advantages. So,
but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a D chapter. You know what I'm saying? They stoned Frankie and Usopp, and they had Zoro looking stupid. Like, yo, I'm done with this chapter. I just
want to remind y'all that everybody was praying for it to be Sanji getting turned to stone, and it did not happen. It was Frankie and Usopp, but I did not hear half of the slander. So I just want that to be reminded.
Speaking of Sanji, I mean, this is the chapter where Nami is fighting S Shark.
Yeah.
And then Sanji comes in and saves the day. I mean, that was a
cool
you know,
that's expected though. Admiral level.
So I think I'm gonna give this a C.
I'm cool with a C. Sanji carries it to C. It's a D otherwise.
D-.
Hello, I'm back and I agree with C.
You're welcome back.
So 4 C's. So let's move on to the next one. 1078.
Prince sent me a tag. He gave it a D as well.
Oh, is Prince joining the stream right now?
No, I'm just lying. Don't pay me.
Oh,
he said he's joining soon.
All right. So yeah, 1078. Sentomaru tells everyone on Egghead to evacuate. We see more searching for Vega Punk, and then we see, like, I think it's we find out that the Egghead Island incident was planned for 3 months, and we see, like, Kizaru with the Gorosei and like the Admirals and everything, or the Vice Admirals. We see that they're heading to attack Egghead Island, because, like, at first we didn't know for sure if Saturn was going to Egghead. We can assume it, but, like, now it's confirmed. And then we see finally the York Trader review. I think, I'll be honest, bro, this might be a D. I would say it was pretty hype because we finally saw that Kizaru and Gorosei are going to Egghead. But the York Trader review to me was very disappointing.
Very underwhelming. Very
This might be the only negative chapter.
Yeah. I'm going D with this, bro. To be honest. Whenever that chapter dropped, I was very disappointed, to be honest.
Like, it was hyped to know, because they hyped up Egghead because they said that this event's gonna shock the entire world. But then, like, we get that last panel and it's like, oh man, like, it just came out of nowhere.
This isn't world shattering, you know? But I mean, there's not really much he could do with that situation, I guess. I think it would have been cooler if it was, like, a more prevalent Vega Punk. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was asleep the entire arc. Like, we knew nothing about her. And don't get me wrong, I didn't know. I should have known, and a lot of people did know, but it just still was underwhelming.
I think it was more sort of focused, like, 4 chapters in a row on this, and it's like we kind of expected more, but I mean,
I actually expected more from Kanjiro, let alone this random nobody.
Yeah.
Kanjiro's story arc, his revenge was rightful, but Oda never gave them the benefit of doubt in the story.
Yeah, that's true.
They were persecuted by Oden family.
So yeah, I'm going D. Does anyone go C?
D, of course, D.
I say D. Saying Saturn on the way was actually pretty good to me, so that just gives it like a C minus, but D is fine.
This is S Shark punching Sanji in the face and him no selling it. We don't want to. My Sanji people, we just don't want to,
Nah, we cool, man. We cool, man. Like I said, this is expected.
But see, so
Rocks,
1072 to like 1078, it's like kind of a bad stretch. I would say how we said earlier. We're about to get into some pretty hype stuff. Sorry, go ahead, JJ. I'll cut you off, bro.
No problem. I just got a question for Rocks. I like to tap into theorists' minds, see how they work. I'm looking at the cover story of 1078, and you got Neo Mads reforming. What do you see them bringing to the story in the future? Do you have any ideas?
I actually, before this panel, I made a video with them being side by side of together. Like when the chapter came out, people said that you predicted the actual cover story. I do expect them to come back at Final War. But because here's the thing, there's one thing. I believe all of the Seraphims, all of the clones need to serve Dragon at Final War. Because they are not even, we don't see Seraphims as a threat right now. We don't see them as soldiers of world government. If we feel like we feel positively. I don't know if you guys feel the same. I don't see them as villains. If Vega Punk cannot rewrite them or rewrite their algorithm, maybe they can.
Interesting. I mean, with them saying Neo Mads, I wouldn't be surprised if the world government got one of the satellites. They already got Queen under captor. And then, I wouldn't be surprised if these guys tried to bargain a deal with the government and ended up trying to, work with them like they did from the beginning.
What if they work with Cross Guild?
Boom.
I was just thinking about
the whole Neo Mads group coming back together, just the only difference being instead of actually Vega Punk, you just got one of his satellites, but it'll be like the worst part of his personality, which will fit in well with those 3 losers.
I think Buck would be a perfect leader for this organization as well.
Chill on Judge now. That's not a loser.
I thought you was going to slide for Queen, not Judge.
Yeah, slide for Judge is crazy.
Top 5 Judge? This is what we hate now?
Kuma and Josh have same voice actor.
Well, we're not talking about strength. We all know Yonko Judd is just but in terms of character, defending that guy.
I think character-wise, he's a bad person. He is the most successful scientist outside of Vega Punk, and he ain't need
Caesar. We're not finna disrespect Caesar, bro.
What did Caesar accomplish?
A lot.
The
only reason I don't like Caesar is that he took up so much time.
Yeah.
That arc could be over very fast.
And bro, his fruit could have been so much more used. His fruit could have been like one of the top in the series. I really think that. Like he has one of the most busted fruits in the series.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, without oxygen, who can defeat you?
At all, bro. Everybody survives off oxygen.
Yeah, that's
you take that out of like a
killer move.
If you take that out of a 200-meter radius, there's nothing.
So he had all that. He still was a trash scientist. That's crazy. If you think about it like this, Judge.
No, Judge is definitely the best.
Just think about it. Judge created what will in the future possibly be an admiral level fighter. That is the most impressive scientific feat.
Well, his mama created it. Let's be real. Not Judge.
Anyway, let's move to the next chapter. We at 1079, right?
You don't want to bring up Sora.
So 1079.
I think we already debated 1079, but
that's right.
Oh yeah, we already had it up there. Yeah. So 1080. Kobe has escaped Blackbeard pirates. We see the Devil Fruit power reveals for like Pizarro, Vasco shot. We see Blackbeard wants to use Kobe as a bargaining chip to become a pirate kingdom under the world government. Kuzan explains more about Sword. And then Sword arrives. We see like Kujaku, Gruz, And then finally, the big moment we see Galaxy Impact at the end of the chapter.
This is a godly chapter, bro. Godly, and it's not. There's no discussion.
Easily.
I think the next few chapters are better. I think the chapter that Garp dies, that deserves to be supposedly dies. I think that's supposed to be a godly chapter.
I think both of them are.
But this is the whole thing. The fact that we have never seen go all out, and that he finally shows us what he's capable of, even as a senile old.
Senile is crazy.
But we got to see Garp in action, bro, and that by itself is literally one of the best feelings I've ever had.
That entrance was just.
Garp is my top 3 favorite characters.
This chapter is my most watched live with 20,000.
I know that ain't Prince.
Prince.
I teared up reading this chapter, man. My boy finally showed out.
Bro, Krow knows how much he messed with Garp, bro.
Big Garp.
The way he's just all the way up at the top of the sky.
Oh, by the way, I didn't say hi to Prince.
Hello. First of all, hello to Rock's review, and also hello to everyone. Sorry I am late. Yeah, my bad. I feel horrible, but I'm here now, and I'll fix the tier list as much as I can. All right.
No need.
I just realized this the first stream we did 2024. Happy New Year, family! I ain't even say it to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Happy New Year.
I thought we streamed last year. I mean,
No,
that was last year.
That was last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
Oh fuck!
Happy New Year's, chat.
Happy New Year's.
But yeah, shout out to my guy Groots with the hat to the side. That's how I used to rock it too. You know what I'm saying?
TIP.
And also, the Sword organization feels like a second Straw Hat. I love them. If I receive a mini manga about them, I'm definitely gonna read that.
Yeah, Sword, the whole idea that
it's like a Straw Hat dynamic
or free Marines, right? Like that was just such a cool idea.
Yeah, Luffy could have been one of their members if he would just listen to Garp and never would have met Shanks. They would have been the Straw Hats of Luffy.
And then the pirate crew with Zoro and Sanji would be the Yonko, because there was no death out of these guys.
I mean, I don't think they could have ever become like Zoro and Sanji could never found their way in the sea without Luffy. But
I agree, but imagine the scenario where they imagine the scenario where it's the Straw Hat Pirates without Luffy, basically.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much the Straw Hat dynamic for Luffy, if he would have been in the Navy, is what Kobe is taking up now. So what Luffy would have been in the Navy is what Kobe is now, but obviously not as strong. But position-wise, yes.
Admiral. I think Luffy would be an admiral at this point. That's the question. We can go to the next chapter after this.
Ooh, that's a
Luffy
good question.
joined the Marines.
Of course, bro. Of course.
As a kid, he'd be an admiral right now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, of course.
No.
See, the thing is,
that's the case. I don't think that's the case. I mean, Garp wouldn't allow him on that throne.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, fact of the matter is, Garp knows if you go any higher, you're not gonna have free reign over what you're trying to do.
And Luffy
don't
would never
nobody
accept
want to be
that.
free to Luffy.
Okay, I agree with that. I agree with that.
That is very true. Yeah. So he would say Vice Admiral then.
Vice Admiral Luffy.
Damn, that's still better than what Kobe is right now, but still.
Yeah.
Bro, the only reason he wouldn't be a fleet admiral is because Sokka's.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay.
Christ.
Moving on. Moving to the next chapter.
Hold on. So did everyone? Because I think someone said S, right?
Yo, this chapter had a lot of information. This got to be minimum A. I wouldn't be mad at an S, honestly. Like, we got like 8 different fruit reveals in this chapter. Garp wild out at the end. Kobe running through the. Yo, this chapter was lit. Yeah.
Yeah. So remembers. Yeah.
So you say S, JJ?
Bro, this is a godly chapter.
I wouldn't be mad at S.
I'm godly.
This is a godly chapter, bro. It's got to be.
Then we found out that Blackbeard, Blackbeard trying to make Pirate Island recognized by the world government. He tripping. That's definitely S energy, godly energy. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna be S because I have only few chapters at God level.
I
didn't even have.
I think we should limit God level to maybe 4 chapters.
I'm about to say 5.
We have
God belly there's a lot of good chapters
in ahead of us.
Yeah, but make it more interesting. But we got to put up there. We limit it, right? Same thing we did with the
just because we put it there, don't mean we can't move it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay.
All right, well, what about this next chapter? Backstory of Kuzan. joining the Blackbeard Pirates.
I think it's S.
That's gotta be
it's S. It's S.
It's S.
I say
sure.
it's either S or A, but I'm fine with this.
It's not as good as the Galaxy Impact, but it's still a great chapter.
We also get Sulong Bebo.
We get the Man Marked by Flames too.
Law. Man Marked by Flames.
Everything
versus Garp. We got
single chapter with Aokiji and Garp is like guaranteed
10 out of 10. Yeah.
Guys, I never asked this. Aokiji versus Garp. Where do you guys stand?
Who's stronger?
Well, Aokiji
right now. I mean, old Garp.
Oh shit! It's an extreme diff fight.
No,
Yeah.
okay.
Now I don't put I'm not like these guys. I don't put too much stock in this mental nerf BS, but I can acknowledge that maybe Kuzan could have went a bit harder. I still think that it's an extreme diff either way though.
So the only reason Kuzan didn't go all out is because you know how, I know this is irrelevant, but how in JJK where it says Gojo can't go all out when other people are fighting with him.
If he go awakening,
That's
every member of Blackbeard Pirates will die.
Here, bro.
Bro, he is held down by the people.
If
you go awakening, everybody dies, just like in this chapter. Like he
held...
went awakening 1 second, half the crew was gone.
Bro, if it was just Aokiji versus Garp, it would have went way differently. I promise you.
Yeah.
If it was Aokiji and Garp finding some remote island, it would be a little bit.
If you're ignoring that Garp has
and also
to be...
Garp took a lot of damage because he lost
defending
focus.
his territory, right? So it's like it's a little bit.
Garp had to hold back too because he got sword members on the island.
They were useless mostly.
That's more in Garp's favor. They were useless, so he got to protect them.
They won a lot on the
island,
but not for the whole
to save Kobe.
You say what?
I'm saying he got injured because he tried to save Kobe.
Yeah, that's a nerf. Like them being there, he still has to be conscious of what they are, where they are, and what they're doing. Because let's say him having to pay attention to where Kobe was is a nerf to him in a fight. That's a tiny bit of focus you can't have on the person in front of you.
Yeah, he's not going.
That's like if Odin was to fight Kaido and Momo, like at 5 years old, was actually there. You'd have to obviously take care of Momo while fighting Kaido.
Exactly.
Damn, bro, comparing Kobe to 5-year-old Momo.
Obviously it's different, but the idea and concept of protecting your own is the same.
How old is Kobe now? He's at least 17, 18 now. He's a grown man.
No, he's still 8 years old.
But Garp still
was 28
out for him because
otherwise, also irrelevant. But Kobe in live action, I just really want to see that dude get buff. To be a great Marine.
Bro, that would be tough.
Very amazing casting.
I need to see a more goofy Garp too, by the way.
True. I feel like Garp's a bit too serious in live action right now, but I feel like
everybody
he could be
Even Luffy's not that goofy.
I'm a huge Kuzan fan as well, so I gotta go Godly for this one.
I'm going
1081.
I'm gonna go S.
We got long Blackbeard. We got a lot of stuff in this chapter.
That's true.
No, the chapter with Blue Hole.
This one.
This is.
Oh, this is
the final part is
long. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This is godly. Put it in godly.
Okay. If it has that in it, yeah.
A lot of action.
Teach and Law, it's also in the chapter.
Blue Hole, Teach and Law.
Sulong Bebo.
Oh, and then the Sulong Beppo stuff too.
The Man Marked by
Flames. Bro, I low-key hated that.
Oh wait, this is the chapter with Beppo and the Man Marked by Flames. Yeah, this is God tier.
Yeah, it's got to be God.
I didn't realize this was Beppo.
Well, this is gonna need a new level later on.
I'm telling you, bro. This arc has a lot of good chapters, man.
This is a loaded chapter, bro.
It's nuts.
Okay. So the next tier, we should name it Sakazuki.
It's gonna be
All right, so 1082. R.I.P. to T-Bone. T-Bone.
Oh, bro, Tekking's video on T-Bone. I don't know if y'all watched.
That was a good video. Yeah.
No, I haven't.
What did you say? So funny, bro. He was just talking about T-Bone, going over the entire
whole video.
Yeah. Oh. It was an hour long.
This is probably video. One of the best chapters in my opinion. 1082.
I think it's one of the best too. We get Cross
because of Buggy, right?
Yeah. We get Buggy
backstory. That few moments.
We get Mihawk
turned our opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. That to me, that Buggy speech, I said it before, and I stand by it. I think it's my favorite speech in anime.
Shit.
I'm gonna say this is top 4 chapter of the year.
But okay, so we also get Sabo. We find out that he returned from Lucia, and he's going to talk to Dragon Ivankov. We also get Sengoku and Suru. They find out that Garp went to Hachinosu. So it's a lot of stuff as well. I think it's definitely a top chapter, man.
It's
and
new
four new member of Revolutionary Army.
Can't be
y'all be talking
honestly.
Y'all talking all this serious stuff. My favorite part of the chapter is once they saw that Buggy's face was on the ship, Crocodile Mihawk was like, "Yo, we need to have a talk real quick." Like,
yeah, bro, they was bullying Buggy, bro.
So real.
In one chapter would have made me laugh and cry. That's a 10 out of 10.
He said, "Let's take this to the meeting."
We also get the Shanks and Buggy backstory too.
Man, that Buggy speech was beautiful, bro. It really was.
I think it's
godly.
It was needed for us to. It was needed for us to respect Buggy as a Yonko candidate.
I love
because before that he was just literally a clown. But after that, he's okay. I'm a man, and these are my values, and I'm not gonna let way stronger people than me disrespect my values.
Way stronger? You sure?
Bro, come on now. Don't play with me, bro.
This is an S though. I can't put this in godly though.
It's got to be an S, bro. It's not a godly. It's not up there with. It's not up there with the Garp chapter. And it's not up there with the Shanks.
It's not something with big impact or amazing fight scene. But as far as storytelling goes, I think that's the best chapter so far in the year.
I agree.
I mean, everything that we reviewed. The storytelling is the strongest so far.
We have nothing in S tier, by the way. I'm just putting that out there. That's actually hilarious. Skip S and go straight to God every time.
So once we start getting Sabo dealing with the reverie, I think that's when the S gonna start filling up too.
True.
All right, so how many for Godly and how many for S?
S.
I'm for Godly.
Godly.
For the Buggy chapter?
Yeah, the Buggy chapter.
Yeah.
I could put it in an S because we have too many Godlies, but at the same time, I was gonna say that is it like too many Godlies because of us, or is it too many Godlies because it's One Piece and it's just that good?
I think there was just a lot of good chapters.
Yeah, I know. Like
this year was far better than Wano. This year alone was entirely better than 5 years of Wano.
Because the year before that, we had like some crazy stuff with Shanks and Green, but we had like Gear 5 chapters. I think that last year before was also.
Oh, there is still not one chapter that has had me as hype as whenever we see Luffy start transforming for the first time.
Yeah,
whenever everybody was speculating that it was a resin. Chapter.
Yeah.
Bro, that and then seeing right after that, seeing the Sun God, seeing the Gorosei gas Luffy up, like there's not been one chapter.
Nah, that was tough. That was 100% tough. And I also feel like we have to give credit to Wano because we were talking about like nerfs and stuff. There is a kind of nerf in Wano that like is usually in most One Piece arcs, and it's the fact of the world building is a lot more limited in Wano because it's an isolated country. It's an isolated island. We're only learning about stuff inside of Wano at that point in time. And the only exception was the Reverie, and we got like cliffhangers with Sabo and stuff. But with Egghead, we get to explore the whole world. Yeah. Oh, no, but I was finished.
Did you guys saw the debate of 3 presidents about Wano?
3 presidents?
In the channel Dude in the Room by Liam, Grand Line Review. He made that video.
Oh,
debate of 3 presidents.
Yes,
that was the best review of Wano.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Like,
yeah,
Wano.
And true, every single point that they made were true.
Yeah, Wano had some up and downs, but I feel like when we're looking at even at Egghead right now, like we have 6 chapters that are in D, C, and B, but then we have some in the godly category, where it's like for me with the last year of Wano there was at least like 5 or 6 godly chapters.
Yeah,
like all the Gear 5 stuff to me was all 10 out of 10 chapters, man. Like,
yeah,
that was a payoff of 1,000 foreshadowing.
Very true.
We had Zoro and King. Wait, was that was the year before, right? Zoro and King.
That was the year before, yeah.
But we had
1036 to 1038. Yeah,
Big
that
Mom
should be
and
last.
Law and Kid and stuff. Like there was some pretty crazy stuff. I mean, the Yonko reveals Buggy as a Yonko. Like it was pretty crazy, man. Like
yeah. You also got the I think Emu reveal as well. Was it last year or this year? Or sorry, year before?
That was before Wano began.
Yeah, Leloucia, right?
That was 908 or 909.
No, not that. Like the actual reveal of Emu using like the map and saying Leloucia didn't exist. Was that this year or the year before?
That was last the Gear 5 year.
Gear 5, so 2022.
Like late 2022, I think.
Let me check. Because that was a hype.
That's true. Yeah,
well.
that's 2020. Yeah. 22.
That was very good too. But yeah, man, just you can't discredit One Piece, man. It's just banger after banger.
I think the last 2 years have been crazy, man. Like,
I think for now, let's give it God tier, and then we're gonna demote a few of them to S tier later on.
Yeah, we might have to, honestly. There should only be like 1 to 3 in God tier.
Yeah, I agree. 3 chapters need to be God tier.
We'll fix it. Yeah, we'll fix it at the end. All right, so
then in that case, we a shit ton of S.
I mean, like if we thinking like that, then we might as well not even put it at God tier, because once we get to Kuma, like,
oh my
Kuma
god,
might take all 3, except for like maybe Shanks and one
chapters are so good, bro.
So good.
Wait, let's not press forward.
All right, so 1083, Dragon reveals many nations are rebelling against world government. They stop paying the tribute. The revolutionaries are cutting off food supplies. Dragon reveals the Holy Knights for the first time.
And we get Garling?
We get
oh shit!
No, I don't think.
That's not the chapter.
Not yet.
That's not the chapter. This is the Green Bull and Fuji versus Morley and Karasu.
Yeah. Fujitora and Green Bull fight, and then we see Karasu, Devil Fruit. Yeah, it was a good chapter.
Karasu being a Logia, I was shocked.
Yeah, I think A. What was that? What you say?
I mean, Karasu being a Logia, I was actually shocked.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. I really thought he'd be like a Parameci of some kind, but if he's a Logia, that's not.
Gotta be awakened.
So now we don't have Garling here, as it seems.
No, not yet.
Next chapter. Next chapter, I remember. S tier, I guess, is fine.
Actually,
it's not gonna make it to top 3. It's not gonna make it to top 3. So let's just call it this.
The thing is, there's not much from the Gorosei, and just a little bit about the Holy Knights. I'd wager to put this at A. The next chapter I can see is S.
Yeah, I think
A.
I think A.
I mean, the panel of Dragon talking about Holy Knights, that shook the fandom.
That did.
Yeah, because everybody thought it was Shanks and shit.
Yeah, this is a new organization being introduced to One Piece.
But I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, was it just me or like, I kind of wish Oda would have maybe shown this more. Like, it really felt like he just thought of it that day.
No, I actually, as I said previously, I'm working on a video that I guess Oda mentioned Garling a few times throughout this story.
Really?
Yes, and I believe I'm just gonna say this. Remember the moment Doflamingo was trying to kill Moria? Moria said, "Did Sengoku give you this order?" He said, "No, somebody much higher." And then later on, when Doflamingo was the media said that Doflamingo is no longer a warlord and so on, Akainu told to Gorosei that you became the puppet of celestial dragons. I'm assuming he was talking about Garling, because once upon a time Doflamingo was hunted by celestial dragons, but he ran away. And who go after and hunt other celestial dragons to kill them? Holy Knights.
That actually does make sense.
Yeah, I genuinely believe in that.
I mean, they wouldn't just delegate random celestial dragons that are like pretty weak to go after Doflamingo, so they would go with the strong ones instead.
Of course.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Well, A tier. Everybody cool? A.
I'm going A.
I'm going A.
I assumed it has Garling, but without Garling, A is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Garling is not for a few chapters, because I'm looking at the next one. The next one is Cobra.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen.
Garling was the same chapter they revealed Gorosei names.
Yeah, after the referee flashback ends, then we get to Garling.
Why are we gassing a fraud?
Yeah, Garling is 1086.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, for 1084 we have.
Bro, I thought you were off the Garling train. What's going on?
Why do I have to,
what's up
why
with
do I have to be on the train to acknowledge that the characters?
I'm riding to a Garling train like it's like a pleasure stick.
Every time I have any type of That's
Oh.
wild, by the way. Let's
time out. All right,
What
hold
did you
on.
say?
Wait a second.
Say that one more time.
Oh.
Say that one more time.
Don't do it.
The pleasure
Don't do
stick.
it.
No.
Oh God.
Fox, say that one more time, please, bro.
I preach.
I'm riding Garling train like it's a pleasure stick.
Oh my God,
Yo.
that's what you said?
Yes.
That's crazy,
Yo,
bro.
okay.
All right.
Oda hyped the hell out of him. Like he became one of the leaders in the event of God Valley. Oda didn't pay. Oda could have added
Pleasant
Sengoku,
stick?
but he didn't.
Did you have to
gave the
word it
hype
like
to
that though?
Garp.
I think you
All
could
right,
just say you're on the train.
let me just make sure to know the time. All right. Preach, we have found our new OPU short. We are good. All right. Let's move on. Holy
Bro,
shit.
it's okay, bro. There's a lot of people that act
cool.
like that towards characters.
Yeah.
Be honest.
Listen,
We
like I
know
was
you and
saying,
Akainu. We know it.
I was
Okay, let's not go that far. I love it kind of. My dog.
like I was
Come
saying,
on.
I do not have to be on the train of guarding to acknowledge that he will probably be very strong. Like those two things are.
Here's one thing. Everybody hyped Dragon because he's father of Luffy and son of Garp. Why shouldn't we hype father of Shanks for the very same reasons?
Well, we don't know for sure that he's father.
I mean, come on,
this is
they are
fair. He
identical.
looks just like him. He does
look a lot
as a
like
child, as a
him.
youngin.
Look a lot
The
like
younger Garling looks just like him, I would say. But
like, I argued before, what's the point of Oda introducing another character and say, no, Garling is not the father. That character is the father.
well, I don't think he'd
Same
introduce
reason he
someone
did
like
it with
the Holy
Zoro
Knights.
and Wano.
Yeah,
I
because
don't
he
think
don't care
Oda
about
would
Zoro.
introduce them like the Holy Knights and then have Dragon gas them after.
See,
So
okay,
I
the thing
agree.
is, I want to do the math correctly. If Garling is Shanks' father, right? We have to and we know he's a celestial dragon. I just want to understand if he's his father, grandfather, or whatever it might be.
I
Because
think it's father.
I think it's father too, but I'm just trying to do the math right. Because
He's
how,
around a younger, like he's 26, 27 at God Valley, I assume.
and how old was Shanks when he was picked up by Roger and them at Guard Valley?
He's one.
He was one.
Literally one.
So that means that Figureland had to at least have gone to God Valley a year before?
No. It happened like a week or so.
No. Shanks
They
was
went
one
there.
at God Valley. That's when they got him.
Genie
was
reported
born
and
at
everybody
God Valley.
attacked.
So how old? So Shanks is 39 right now. How old do y'all think?
Garland is probably like 67-ish. Just to get like a range, he's between 60 and 70.
Yeah,
I'd say 70.
I did the math.
He's late 60s.
Dragon is 55. Shanks is 39. If we go with the same mass of Garling and Garp, Garling is around 60 to 65.
I like that. I like that.
I can
so
agree
he's
with that.
really close to his prime, unlike every other legend.
Because Big Mom is in her 60s, right?
68.
No, Big Mom
Well,
is older than
I think
Kaido.
the prime of a One Piece character in their 40s to 50s. That is when I think the prime of a character is.
I think it's dependent.
Yeah, I think it varies because, like, would you say Shanks is not in his prime right now?
No, Shanks.
Yeah.
I'd say okay. Yeah, maybe you're right. Actually,
I think it depends on like their physical activity.
What's the difference?
Oda
between
confirmed the
39 and
Whitebeard
40?
at his prime was 38. So I think 38 is a fair number to start the prime.
I think that the prime is a lot longer than we're assuming. I think from late 20s, early 30s to like your 50s is your absolute prime in One Piece.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that.
See, what I consider prime is a mixture between physical strength and then skill and knowledge.
That's
so when they're at their very is when I think is like 50, just because they have the absolute knowledge they need and they still have the physical to be in that category. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason I.
Because they're like they're abnormal to the like whole like general prime, because they're different. They're built different.
So we might need to speed it up because we got a lot of chapters left and we already
we have a shit ton. Okay. 1084.
Bonnie and
got a
Sabo
lot of
teamed
stuff.
up. Cobra confronts Gorosei. We get the Queen Lily reveal, and then we see that Cobra finally sees Emu at the end of the chapter.
A.
I'm going S.
I'm going S as well. because this is like a lot of lore dumped and great info to 1085, which
Yeah, I'm saying the only reason I'm saying A because I think the next chapter with the actual Gorosei names is even better.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm putting A for this one. Yeah.
Okay, let me check that out.
I'm gonna have to go A as
And we got Charlos the Conqueror reigning supreme. Don't forget that in this chapter. Why that ain't in your notes, Prince? Preach.
He lose points too. Just the chapter lose points because of that. So yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm with it being an A. I'm with it being an A.
Okay, Rocks.
That was a great ending though.
He said A.
Oh, so he said A. Said. All right, so going A. All right, so 1085. Yeah, so we get the Gorosei with their devil fruits shaded out. We see Lily. We got the idea of Lily's letter that she released the poneglyphs to the world. We get Sabo and the Gorosei, and then Wapple and Vivi escape.
S.
I'm going godly.
I'm gonna go S.
I'm gonna go S too.
This chapter?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no, this is godly. This is God. I agree with Breach because
this is a Sabo infiltrate chapter.
Yeah, we get Will of D stuff. We get Emu actually talking about the Void Century, Poneglyphs, Queen Lily, all of that stuff.
But
Cobra
there was no
about
payoff to that.
The payoff is gonna be real soon with all this stuff coming with Saturn.
Shouldn't the payoff chapter be God tier?
I agree with that to a certain extent.
So what's the payoff?
I don't know, whatever that is. This is the setup chapter. The payoff chapter should be better.
Are we talking about 1084 or 1085?
Whatever.
We're talking 1085.
1085.
Okay, we got a lot of very valuable information for the story, like stuff we've been wondering about for a while.
For a long time. That's what I'm saying.
But I still think that godly, I would say I don't think it's godly.
Nah, there's a lot.
It's a godly lore chapter.
It is for me, man, because I still have a lot of theories that just come from this one chapter.
Yeah. So it's a godly lore chapter.
This one chapter is
Didn't we agree godly should be top 3?
At this point, we might have to make a top 5. And like I was saying, it's not godly because like there's too many that we are personally putting. It's godly because it's One Piece, and there's just too many.
I feel like if you flood the godly chapter tier, it kind of makes it like redundant, like to S tier. Somebody in chat said that.
Wait. We have Khalifa. It's godly. It's godly.
Oh God. All right.
All right, but look, all the shadows, the Gorosei, there's many theories made on that, like what they actually could be. A lot of good theories too, like the Umibozu stuff with Emu.
It was so high, man.
And then
like the fact that we finally see the Gorosei, that they have devil fruits, that they're these. We didn't even know what they were, but at the time it's just like the fact that Cobra is confronting the Gorosei already in my mind. The whole story of that, and then Sabo also being in there. I mean, the fact that he's face to face with Emu is crazy to me.
Oh, also Vivi barely surviving because of Wapple's like mental breakdown. That was hilarious.
Because when we saw Sabo, we didn't know for sure that he saw Emu.
Yeah, but we know clearly that he's seen Emu. He's seen the Goroseis, all 5 of their true forms, and he's pretty much confirmed most of the things that like were talked about in terms of the Will of D and stuff. And Cobra's will being passed on to Sabo as well.
Also, Saudi Boy was the best joke of the year.
Yeah, that was fire.
Sad Bo.
So I'm going godly. We had Krow said S, right?
Yeah.
Zane.
I'm going S too.
And then JJ.
That's me, dog.
You said S.
Yes, sir.
And Rox, you said S too, right?
Yeah, S. I mean, for Khalifa's sake, we can go godly, but S.
So we'll go S then. Chapter 1086, we have Sabo escaping that situation. We get that. We finally see Emu announces that they're going to use Mother Flame. And the big panel, I think, is Gorosei name reveal, because that was really
yes. Yes.
Title.
Then we got the other Seraphim reveals too.
Yeah, Seraphim.
Dolphy and Moria.
And then we also get like Ivanka talking to Dragon.
And Garling.
This the Garland chapter. Yeah,
this is godly. This is godly to me.
This can be godly as well.
Oh man,
I mean, we got the Godhead stuff, bro. That stuff is wild, man.
I'll say this: I don't think it's better than the last chapter. So if we're putting the last one at S, I'm putting this one at S too.
That's a fair point. I think it's better personally.
I think it's more important.
I think it leads. It's like
yeah,
that chapter is taking us down the road. This chapter gets us to the destination. That
if
was
we
amazing.
Whitebeard was in Whitebeard and Shanks meeting. Whitebeard was talking about Garling. This is the reveal of a character that Oda foreshadowed 600 chapters ago.
It's true.
Yeah, we also got like the confirmed name of Imu Nerona. Immortality. Like we
and then also the
immortality
like the planet
thing.
The planetary names for the celestial. I mean, for them guys too. So like the Jupiter, all that too. That was a pretty big theory deal.
Yeah,
too.
you got Saint J. Garcia Saturn, Saint Marcus Mars, Saint Topman Mercury.
This is a godly
Saint Shepherd Jupiter, which is Jupiter. So we also all were able to confirm there were many theories about the Gorosei being planets, and we got that confirmed.
Yeah,
Saturn, Mars, Mercury. I forgot what the samurai one's supposed to be.
Venus.
Venus.
That's Juro.
Venus Juro.
Let me ask you this: is this as good as Jupiter? Shanks and Kid or Garp at Hachinosu or Buggy?
I think this is as good as the Blue Hole chapter, but not the Galaxy Impact or the Shanks and Kid chapter.
Nah, bro. The reveal of all the Gorosei names by itself has got to be.
No, I haven't gotten it, but I still think
No, I have it better than 1079. Because 1079 was a showcase of power. This is actually about One Piece world building at its core.
Bro, this is one of the biggest reveals of the entire story. It's got to be.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, it is a very big thing.
But
y'all know at the exact same time, Shanks going all out with Divine Departure and one-shotting Kid.
That's the thing though. All three of these I don't know what other ones we have, but the Shanks chapter, Garp chapter, and this Gorosei chapter, people have been waiting on this for decades.
Yeah, no. One thing I know for sure
is top
that
7 people of the world government in this chapter. It is Imu, Gorosei, and Garling. All of the final antagonists of the chapter of the story are in one chapter.
Yep.
Very true.
That's fair, but I think y'all downplaying the Shanks chapter. Shanks is the most popular non-strong. No, not you, Zane. No, not you.
Oh, okay.
I said that.
I'm gonna say Shanks gonna do far better later on. So we don't even need to hype it too much.
The Shanks thing was like a different level of excitement for me. I was so emotional. Yeah. And this was hype, don't get me wrong, but the Shanks stuff was different, bro. For me personally.
Bro, the memes, holy shit. Kid was getting dragged on for a month straight. Because
there's only been one fight in manga that's similar to what I got from Shanks and Kid. I'm not gonna say that fight, but it's Jujutsu Kaisen. They're one of the only 2 fights I've seen at that level, as far as internet receiving it.
All 3 of these chapters have the same thing, bro. There's stuff that people have been waiting on for decades. We've been wanting to see Shanks in action for
so many,
long. We've been wanting to see Garp in action for so long. We've been wanting to know Gorosei in action for so long. But they're just different.
We got
they
that,
add to the story.
My bad.
No,
we got Buggy's chapter in the godly tier. I think we got to move that one down. And y'all know Buggy's my guy.
That's gotta be S, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I think that don't deserve to be with these
that
chapters.
Buggy chapter of both Garp chapters so far. I think the final Garp chapter is the actual God tier.
Yes, yes.
Because the narration in that chapter was off chart good.
I like the Buggy one more than 1086 personally.
Say that again.
I like the Buggy one more than 1086.
Well, the Buggy one is probably at the top of S. Being real.
Yeah, it's
I'll be more objective. Although I really love 1080 Beppo and everything, I will take 1086 over 1080.
I agree. 1086 is the setup of the final war.
I mean, that's fine.
That is true.
That is true. Just seeing Garp in action was better for me.
No, Garp. But this is the thing: we have Garp in action with Galaxy Impact, then we have Garp in action with 1082. It's 2 different it's phases of the fight. But
I think Garp's speech and his final moments. If we agree that was the God tier, I think everybody's happy.
I think that was also better than 1086.
Yeah, that was perhaps the top 3 chapter. Garp speech and start of the chapter with a cold open.
What chapter was that? Let's find it.
I think when we take a screenshot at the end of this, we want to be able to talk about the specific moments. So if we got he's saying the 7 antagonists, the final Garp fight, the Shanks fight, the finalization of Kuma, Like I think those would be a good way of having it in like a godly tier. Those from that's
and
that's just my
God Valley chapter. That's top 5.
Yeah, that should be up there too. I think when we get there, we'll
be.
Yeah,
There's so many chapters, bro. This is yo.
This gonna be long. Yeah, we got to.
We might be
here for a long time.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch the new anime episode together.
Okay, so we'll do 1086
This is why I want to do moments, bro.
1086 for godly for now because I think most people said that. I think we're doing godly. I think most people.
Y'all want to run through?
Yeah, until we get to like Kuma.
Yeah, godly.
Yeah. Let's run through. Like,
we'll be on right now. 1087, right?
Yeah, bro. I'm looking at 1087. 1087 is good too, man. You got
Battleship
Garp and Aokiji clash.
Is this
Garp and Aokiji backstory?
Didn't we 1086 on God tier? It's still on S tier. Or did you move it?
No, you're behind.
1086 is not.
No, you put 1088 in God tier.
Nah, 1086. I changed it.
You get Battleship bags in 1087.
For now.
Bro, 1087 is good too.
Yeah, so 1087 is Garp and Kuzan fighting, and then we see that Garp trained Kuzan. And then Shiryu stabs Garp.
I think that's S.
I think it's S too.
S.
All right. Does everyone agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I still think Kobe is just. I don't know what Kobe was thinking in that scene, bro, but it's just. Oh man. All right,
bro, so I remember I was so mad at Kobe right there.
I was too.
Boys, I'm looking at 1088. It's a good chapter too.
Okay, so 1088.
It's a God tier. It's top 3 chapter.
1088 is my favorite chapter of the year.
So 1088 is Garp.
Which one is 1088?
It's the one.
1088 is Garp sacrificing himself, the narration, and Kobe's honesty impact, and Kobe battleship bags.
Put it in God. Let's keep it up.
It was the first chapter in the entire story with a cold open.
Bro, why do we agree that 1082 and 1086 are
not God tier?
Yeah, they're not, bro.
I don't think 1082 is. I think 1086 is though.
1081 and 2 can move down. Yeah.
Because of the Garland reveal or what?
No, the Gorosei names, the Garland
reveal. Emu talking. Yeah,
you're right.
So y'all trying to move 1082. Everyone agrees to move the buggy chapter down.
Yeah, move the buggy chapter down. We can put 1087 in S tier as well, but 1088 I think should be.
Yeah, I understand.
God tier.
Yeah, 1088 is God tier.
Because Garp laughing while they was like telling the way.
Better than 1080.
Bro, not just that. I feel like 1088 is quite literally the culmination for Kobe of 1088 chapters.
Yeah,
he's been weak since chapter 1, and this is showcasing that he is different now.
I mean, I would say he's still weak, but he has potential now.
He's different now.
Still weak, bro.
I mean,
bro,
you gotta compare him to chapter 1.
And like, bro, what did Kobe really do?
That's one
he
punch,
allowed
though.
Garp to get attacked, and then he had one final
Luffy is
attack.
yet to shoot Haki out of his body.
Yeah, this is like.
If we assume that was
Kobe. This is a form of advanced hockey, bro.
Kobe's not that strong.
We also have to assume the fact that Luffy at 17, right? He was like normal, like pretty strong compared to like a bunch of people in East Blue. Bro, Kobe was legit NPC level. Even worse than that. He was worse than
right,
bro.
So y'all don't consider Kaido and Luffy not touching when they clash, not them shooting out Haki?
No, it is.
It's very small portion compared to what Garp did. Luffy never, as of now, never shoot his Haki a lot.
I can see. I understand.
Which is
I can agree with the Garp. I thought you were comparing it with the Kobe situation.
Because Kobe is also shooting it in a long range.
But I think Luffy could definitely do that.
But the thing is, like,
I think Luffy could do that as well. He hasn't had a chance to do so.
I'm gonna say this, and we
Kobe destroyed Pizarro's arm, but he didn't like really do too much. Like, he didn't really do too much. Yeah. He's not winning a fight.
Listen, and after that one punch, he was done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If Groose wasn't there, that punch would.
Yeah, so I'm saying Kobe, it showed that he has the potential in the future, but right now I think he still needs a ways to go.
No, but what I'm saying, Preach, is that like the difference in strength. I'm not saying he's top tier already. He obviously has a lot more to go. But what I'm saying is that where he was in chapter 1 till now is probably one of the biggest differences in the story. I mean, I'm telling you, he was like crybaby, like lower than a regular NPC Navy soldier level. He was horrible. He was that bad.
I have to say this. a lot of people say that Zoro is the second main character, but I think live action did more justice to Kobe than the actual manga. Because if anybody, Kobe had a right at the beginning. I genuinely assumed that he's gonna be a main character, that we're gonna see the marine side of the world throughout his eyes. I think live action did actual justice to Kobe by treating him like a main character.
You know what? I do agree with that.
Well, I said One Piece would have been a better manga if Oda was switching in between Kobe.
We would be in Punk Hazard right now.
Here's the thing. I don't think that was possible for Oda. Controlling a story like that. Yeah. But now
honest, I don't care. I don't want to see Kobe training every day.
Bro, we could have cut out.
Kobe going and see Marine
but the thing is, Luffy's
world government.
He doesn't have to do Kobe training every day. He could show adventures.
Or
you know what I'm saying?
Kobe helping Luffy from the government side. Or
Zane,
he giving information.
To be fair, I am glad that it is.
He could have cut out so much. Yes.
Yeah.
He could have. He could have, but I feel like if he did that, it would have been just like another. Even though One Piece came first, it would have been another Naruto. And I feel
what's
like
wrong with that? I mean,
it's nothing wrong, but I just like One Piece because of its originality. Like the fact that it's.
I mean, One Piece is already copying shonen. Other shonen traits like Dragon Ball. Why not having similarities?
I mean, copying shonen traits is different from copying like a frame of a story, more or less.
I mean, it's not like Naruto was the first story that came up with this idea.
True.
I want to rephrase. I don't want to say that it would be a better manga because I mean Oda can only decide better manga for himself. So I don't want to say that, but I just think I probably would have been perspective of Kobe a lot.
Yeah,
you would have.
I would have done that. One Piece would have been destroyed because handling that type of story for a weekly shonen story is too tough, even for Oda.
I can agree.
I hate to break it to you, but we got 20 more chapters left to rank.
Wait, but Zane, I think I know what you're trying to say. I think not a better manga, but a better manga or a better development for Kobe, story-wise.
Yes,
I think that's what you mean, right?
I appreciate Kobe's character.
Yeah,
appreciate Garp a lot. So I would like to have seen more
from No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
All right, so for 1089, is that what we're on?
Yeah, 1089.
Oh, give me
9.
Oh, this was a good chapter too. Holy shit! We see the hole in Leloucia.
Yeah,
we see Emu talking. The entire world's reaction to like the big ass tsunami. I think.
Yeah.
I guess S tier is fine.
We see the Vice Admirals. I would go probably A.
I go A. I say A.
A is fine. AA is fine.
I mean, the last panel was fire, bro. That panel was.
The last panel was good, but this didn't really add much to the narrative. We already knew that these guys were on the way. We just got a refresh of that, basically returning back from Pirate Island. Yeah. And then we saw the last
panel was fire.
Yeah. Final panel.
I'd say high tier A.
Yeah.
A. I'd go A as well. I think
high
we all
tier
agree
A.
to say.
JJ.
I got to remind myself as I'm scrolling through this thing, but I'll rob it, man. Hey,
I mean, it was
like
cool.
So we're gonna have like 5 in the God tier, and like 15 in the S tier, and then like 16 in the like yo.
I can see
bro.
B.
Egghead had a bunch of good chapters, bro. It's not that we're gassing it. It's that they were just that. It really is. So like, don't feel bad for putting stuff where
it should be, because I've been saying it. One Piece is One Piece. It's great.
I just got mad with this 1089, man. Cause end of the chapter, the Straw has found out that it's York. And Zoro got his knife up to her. But we still don't know nothing about any of that. And that's still, G's here.
See?
Anything about York is trash. So you can argue for D for that matter.
I can see B.
If we like agree that the payoff was not that great in terms of the whole imposter thing that Oda was trying to build, then I can see how it would be a bit lower from A. I could see B. B would make sense.
We'll go B. All right, so 1090, Luffy challenges war against the world government.
This is good. It's a very underrated moment. Luffy declaring he'll be king of the to the 5 Gorosei.
Gorosei.
That's a very underrated.
We get that scene with Gorosei where he's like, humans are nothing more than insects. That was a big moment. You know, just we get a lot of stuff like there's a hint that we're gonna go to Elbaf after with Usopp and Luffy doing their little song and dance, and then
and then the sweat scaling at the end from people saying that Luffy was scared of Kizaru.
This is an A or B. I'm either fine.
I'm gonna go B because the later chapter were just far better.
I would agree with B because most of the chapter was very set up, casual stuff, like classic One Piece where it's like lolly, happy dandy type like shit, you know. But other than that, other than the first moment where Luffy declares King of the Pirates to the 5 Gorosei, it's not too much. So I agree with B.
Anybody got a different take?
Nope, I'm going with B as well.
All right, so 1091.
I wouldn't even have it in the C, but go ahead.
All right, so 1091.
I mean, like it was like a setup for everything. It like what really moved. Like we figured out a little bit more, but this is the setup chapter to do other things in the future. So I don't see why this could be a C.
JJ, were you underwater or something? What the hell was that? Did y'all hear that?
Oh, gee.
The first.
I heard that. Yeah.
The beginning.
Damn.
Bro, he's drowning all that liquor. He's drowning all that liquor back there.
All right, so we're gonna go to 1091. So that's when like Luffy, when they finally have like a full war going on, Pacifist is going crazy. Vice Admiral is attacking people. I think that's the thing, or what's his name? Sentomaru. Yeah, Sentomaru and Kizaru chapter.
Zoro and Lucci got started. Sanji put down Kaku.
And then Luffy
and Kizaru snapped.
And the legendary battle between Zoro and Lucci began.
The extreme diff. This is also the chapter where the guy with the mental nerf tried to destroy his best friend. Apparently, that's interesting.
This is the first Yonko versus Admiral chapter, both at their healthy level as well.
Yeah. Base Luffy and Kizaru.
Lucci taking out Stussy was I like that because like
I guess this chapter is so long we can say it's A. If it was any shorter, it was B. But it's so many things.
I'd say B. High B, low A.
I'm down to put it at low A, solely because of the fact of that last panel where Luffy straight up just like conquers kicking Kizaru and like they have that exchange.
Yeah,
that
Roll kicking a random pacifista is also amazing.
Seeing Kizaru for the first time finally like fight it because we've been waiting for him for a while, so I was excited. So I mean I'm not mad at A. I mean I'm good with low A.
Okay. JJ, Zane?
E.
B. I'm gonna go B too.
I have B. Yeah, I think I'm
3 B's and then 3 A's. I guess we gotta go to chat. A or B?
The first person who comment is the tiebreaker.
Say B. Say B.
My man that going Lucci knew Kizaru was going to have his bag. He don't know what's about to happen in a couple of chapters.
B. All right,
let's do it.
B it is.
All right, so next chapter we got. Let's see.
You put Bird. Bird. It's pretty much what you see, honestly.
It's Shanks one-shotting, the Gorosei looking like a devil, Honesty Impact, Galaxy Impact from Garp. Then you got
the Beppo chapter, the
Beppo chapter. Then you got Garling. Then you got Honesty Impact. I mean, those are pretty good summations of the entire chapter.
Okay, somebody's gonna call this a godly chapter. I already know what's gonna happen here.
All right, let's see. 1092.
It might be me. It might be me.
1092.
Oh.
wait, what's 1093 again?
Well, 1092 is Akainu versus Kuma.
Oh, that's easily godly. Bro, he low diff Kuma, bro. Like, let's be real.
It's
also if Kuma actually do a single damage to Saturn, that's basically Akainu confirmed to be stronger than one of the Gorosei members, which is obvious. But
bro, Akainu is taking all of and I'm being dead serious. He's taking all of them.
You mean one versus 5?
Yeah, he's taking all of them.
That's so crazy. This chapter we got Luffy.
Beating 5 top tier should be within the realm of possibility.
Kind of this is in this chapter we get Snake Man Luffy versus Kizaru, which was short but kind of interesting, I guess. Kizaru made short work of him. Saturn is not Saturn. Kuma gets two shotted, I guess, by Akinu. I mean, it's 2 shots, right? Then he runs away. We get a little information on the bunny
robot too.
Sakazuki shit, the ancient robot. I
Bro,
can see this being
the only one. Bro, you see how Kuma's pulling up on Saturn, and you see how he ran away from Sakazuki. Saw him.
Okay.
And
we're not bigger fish to fry. We're not adding story context.
Speaking of bigger fish to fry, this is also the chapter where Sakazuki was confirmed to be a lobster catcher for the Gorosei,
man. Oh, we saw how he ignored that order.
He said, "Don't worry about it. I already got some." That's why he ignored it. Oh, the last panel is cool too. This is when Luffy comes back in Gear 5 and grabs Kizaru. I would go with an A for this.
I think A is good as well.
I'm going nothing lower than godly. So
A is fine.
I'm going A.
Yeah, A is fine. I wouldn't mind being A.
In fact, I would have put it at S, but they did a little bit too much of kindness. So
wow,
I think more kind of I would have boosted it up, man.
You know, it's all good. So Sakazuki will get a shine here soon.
For sure.
Sure. Oda loves him.
All right,
unlike Mihawk.
So 1093. So Luffy versus Kizaru. We got, Luffy and Kizaru just fighting, like Luffy throwing him around, and then Kizaru. I think it's the chapter where, is it the one where Kizaru like teleports and stuff, and like has like 10 different shadow clones?
Yeah.
Pretty good chapter.
It was a mid fight.
It's a fair B, I assume.
Bonnie is turning people into.
Don't forget these extreme death fight, brother.
Okay, first of all, Kizaru wouldn't try.
No, I'm talking about the other extreme death fight.
Zoro.
Which one?
If there's no bandana, there's no extreme. That's the rule.
I have one question. What has Sanji done this?
Sanji?
Besides,
he put down Kaku immediately. He actually did defeat a Seraphim, unlike some dumbass.
He actually know. He put down Kaku with some hacks. He didn't put down Kaku.
He put him down.
Maybe
if he had a talking sword, would that have helped? I don't know. Maybe.
I think I'm going B for this one.
Yeah, B fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna go B. Yeah, I'm gonna go B.
B is fine. All right, 1094.
It should be D because Zoro is boxing.
1094.
We already got 1094, right?
Oh, we already ranked that.
This is
Garland.
We already got it.
Saturn Devil Fruit.
I forgot.
Honestly, bro, I think this is my favorite chapter of the year.
Yeah, that's one of the best chapters.
So you're better off dead.
Bro, the entire scope and the entire feel of One Piece changed
completely. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, we got
none of us expected that.
Let me ask you guys this: Shanks or like Divine Departure chapter or Gorosei review?
For this year, it's very unfair to say Shanks is not top 5.
Divine Departure.
I'm taking Divine
Departure.
Get 1081 out of that fucking godly tier, bro.
Get 1081 out of there, bro. It's gotta be S.
Bro, we got like concurrent chapters about the same thing.
It's very fun to watch, but Garp already has 3 chapters.
Bro, we can't have too much in godly tier.
I think Garp deserves 1080 and 1088, but like 1081 is just. I think that's kind of pushing it.
I think
1086. 3 chapters for Garp.
Sulan Beppo doesn't save it, bro.
Yeah, I think Sulan Beppo. I think that kind of brings it down.
I think makes it worse.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's not bad. I'm just saying.
We'll move it down. Yeah, we'll move it down. That's fair. 1095. We got.
Hold on, what we put? Oh, never mind. You're right.
Saturn healing himself.
Before we get into the Kuma stuff, right?
No, 1095 is Kuma stuff.
So I think this is when Saturn shows that he can like freeze people from moving, right?
No.
Whenever he loaded Sanji. Oh,
yeah. That's not the chapter.
He freezes people. He like pretty much almost destroys Bonnie, and he almost attacks Luffy, but Luffy gets saved by Frankie Big Dub. And then after that, it's just Vega Punk and Saturn talking.
You know what?
And then we get to God Valley flashback.
For the Frankie gas,
because for sure.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. Because I mess with JJ so much, it's gotta be A tier, bro. It's gotta be A tier.
I think S tier, man.
I think A.
And also, we basically saw the young Garling. That was a big moment too.
But that's what this chapter. Oh no, this is because we got Guinea and Ivankov too.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
Guinea.
I thought this chapter ended like right when Kuma was still a little kid.
No. Like,
and 6 devil fruit boxes. Everybody called that.
Oh no, this is S tier, bro.
Wait, hold up. But Guinea,
Yeah,
bro,
no. That's next chapter. That's next. Chapter.
I mean, but Guinea.
No, this is this chapter 1095.
No, I wasn't saying Guinea makes the chapter better, preach. I was just saying I thought the chapter ended when Kuma was still a little kid. I didn't know that we went that far into like knowing that it was on God Valley, getting young Garling.
No, here I'll recap it all. So we got Kuma, right? It gets flashback, and then Bonnie's thinking of the words of, I wanted to be just like Sun God Nika. Then we get to him being a baby, him growing up, getting enslaved, then going through all of that, and then listening to his dad about Sun God Nika, like going through a lot of tough things with the Celestial Dragons. Can't say because of, YouTube stuff. But then God Valley comes around. Then we see Garling come around. They're talking about the rabbits, natives, the Hunger Games type things. And then we finally see Guinea and Ivankov.
It's the Buccaneer reveal, right?
Yeah.
This
is S tier. This is
S, without a question.
Okay.
S year.
And then from here on out, it only gets better.
So 1096 is God Valley, right? The actual God Valley chapter.
We got Whitebeard in game 2.
Chapter of the year.
Oh, this is godly.
So this is like the Rocks Pirates. We got Roger Pirates, Garp.
You get it, the explanation of how
Holy
horrible
Knights.
the Celestial Dragons are. Targets on the backs of all the people who are like getting targeted.
Roger working with Zebek.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's a big moment.
That was a huge moment. Yeah.
Also, Garp on some kind of vacation.
I will say this:
Roger's
when we saw Garp clashing with, or Rocks clashing with Roger, right? Like, bro, I love that moment because you could see the Congress hockey flying out, and the fact that like so much people were saying that Rocks was not that strong for so long. I was so happy to see that finally die.
Don't be disrespectful, preach.
And the fact that we understood
that was one of my least favorite agendas, bro.
Also, in this chapter, we realized Gorosei are immortal.
I'll say this though: the one bad thing that I didn't really understand was like, how did Kuma survive this against Saturn?
I mean, he can teleport. It's not that hard.
I mean, he can teleport, but he still has to save everybody first, right?
Yeah, he saved 500 people. He's built different.
Yeah, see, like that makes no sense to me. Bro.
Yeah, in this chapter, they exclaim that he saved 500 people, and then there's this one really nice panel of him praying with the sun shining onto him.
Oh,
that's Sun God Nika right there helping him out. Symbolism, hands of liberation. Bro, I'm telling you, ever since Kuma's flashback starts, I'm pretty sure minimum of S. There's a couple of like stragglers of A here and there. It's a minimum.
Yeah.
Of S, bro.
So is this godly or S?
This
chapter specifically is God tier.
Damn.
Okay.
Maybe
because
the best.
you get all the Rocks Pirates, you get Roger, you get Garp, you get all the God Valleys. This is God tier. Quite literally.
What happened here?
God Valley, God tier.
I'm looking at the next chapter, bro. Dragon. They join the Revs basically, and then this is the chapter Guinea gets.
This chapter had Bogart.
This one? It did?
The God Valley one.
Oh, you talking?
Never heard.
I'm talking about the next chapter, 1097. We're on 1097 now, right?
Also, we got Silver Axe confirmation and the faces of them as well.
That's true.
Theory about Moria collecting all the Rocks members who were dead, that came true as well.
The Amazon Lily chick. Yeah, that was a good.
Yeah, Gloriosa.
That was that was one of the best panels.
Wait, is it like canonically their grandmother, or is it like just like the latest Empress? I'm pretty sure it's the latest Empress. Yeah. Because it was her, then Shaki, then someone else, then Boa.
I guess Shaki was the person who lost her kingdom because she fell in love with Rayleigh.
But apparently, according to Gloriosa, they all did. So apparently, Gloriosa lost it to love. Shaki lost it to love. The one before, after Shaki lost it to love, and now Boa's gonna.
That's
All right, so let's move on to 1097.
That's the wheel of D.
So 1097.
I'm gonna start using that.
It's an A tier chapter for me.
I can see how it's A tier.
Kuma joins the revolutionaries. We see Bonnie and Kuma, or Bonnie and not Bonnie, Ginny and Kuma.
Ginny and
they grew
Kuma,
up.
wholesome moments and stuff.
Yeah. So that's
Bro,
basically
don't
the
remind me.
whole
I don't
chapter.
Wait,
I don't wanna
no.
start crying on stream.
No.
Don't
We
remind me.
also see the
Ginny's captured.
more information about nothing happened, kind of, because Kuma has to take in his own pain.
Yep, we see more devil fruit.
I mean, we already get that information later on in few chapters. So
we do, but like this is where we really like it was first like aha moment where people understood that pain has to go somewhere.
An A chapter, I guess that's fair.
No, A tier chapter makes sense.
I agree.
I was gonna say A as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say without Kuma taking in his pain, that like revelation, it would have been B, but it's A.
Yeah. And Dragon in that panel of Revolutionary Army, just like the Shanks panel that we just saw.
Yeah, that was fire.
Yep. Ready to put this
we gotta respect the hide and go seek champion. Respect.
All right, so this next chapter. So in the last chapter, Bonnie is captured, or I keep saying Bonnie, Ginny, yeah. So and then this next chapter, 1098, is when we find out. Well, it's a big controversial chapter for Dragon. Let's just say that because.
Well, wait a second. I always pronounce the name Ginny, but that's guinea, like guinea pig.
Yeah,
I always said
I messed it up too.
Ooh.
Oh,
I always said
That's guinea pig. That's very dark because she was a guinea pig.
Oh, man,
I didn't even think about that. Holy,
I didn't even think about it like that either.
That's fire.
damn.
And that's such an Oda thing to do.
Bro, you should make a short about that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually do that.
This is also
we got
this is a or S for me.
Well,
Ooh,
I mean,
I'd say-
it might
you know
be
what?
a D chapter for some people, bro.
For some people, yeah, because the unfinished art, lining and stuff.
I think
For
it works.
me,
It works.
I think it's the opposite. I think that the unfinished like way how it actually was added more to the chapter. It
I was
like,
gonna say
pure
just
raw
the
emotion.
dragon
It
stamp.
seems like Kuma's memory at that time was scattered. Like
Also,
he didn't know
guys,
what to do.
The moments that somebody's coming from government to take Guinea, is that going to be somebody important? Because Oda is not showing the face, and I believe that's purposeful, knowing that she was now one of the most important brides in a Holy Land.
Well, did you see the Viz?
Yeah,
Did you see the Viz translation?
The Viz translation said that she just married some fellow. Like they didn't specify who it was, but they made it seem as if she was a random guy.
The 8th most important female character. We just said the top 7 characters are Gorosei, Imu, and Garling. So somebody below them is married to Ginny. Or
See,
or Ginny was the second wife of.
That was in one of the that was in one of the recent chapters. We were discussing how like one of I think it was Saturn, one of his 8 wives was Guinea. I think that was the perception.
Did you see the
Yeah,
Viz
but when the
translation?
Viz came out,
I
yeah,
haven't read the Viz yet. Yeah, but the
Viz
fact that
basically
Oda is not
says-
showing the leg, I believe that's a foreshadowing for some shit.
Viz implies that it was a fellow celestial dragon, as in some
that makes more
random
sense,
celestial
actually.
dragon.
I mean, we'll be able to see right now, like soon enough. The chapter's not there yet, but we'll see.
No,
Alright.
because
So
we're looking at
that's
TCB.
bro.
We're looking at TCB though, right?
No, I'm looking at Viz when I was.
I'm
Oh
saying
wait,
the translation is going to be through TCB, so it don't matter. Where y'all got this shot there? Where y'all got this shot?
All right, 1098. I'm gonna say S.
I'd say A.
Nah, it's too emotional, too many things going on for it to be just A, in my opinion.
I'm gonna go F. I'm gonna go
I
F.
think B.
You think B?
Wow.
1098. We're talking about 1098.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good.
It's
I just-
minimum A, but I'm leaning.
Let me read this chapter real quick. Let me like skim through it.
Let me also
Like and subscribe, by the way.
Like and subscribe.
Oh, that like this stream.
Yeah.
I posted it in my community, the link to the live. I hope that gets some attention.
Hey,
Oh,
Oda
thank
pulled
you,
up
thank you.
last week, bro.
Much appreciation.
So we see,
Oh,
so
the
we see
pull up last
Bonnie
week.
for the first time when Kuma met her, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say A.
The younger character, part of her life, where we learn about her being in the church,
So
her
this
sickness and disease, and then the king came back at the end. It was emotional. It was a
in
very
the
emotional
chat, they're
chapter.
saying
but
godly.
That's no. 1098
No.
Golly?
Yeah, no.
No, sir.
1098 is.
I'm gonna say
I didn't even realize Kuma also gets the realization that Bonnie might die at the age in this same chapter.
I think if we're gonna rank them based on how emotional they are, the next chapter.
You might want to unplug and replug in mic.
Me?
By the way.
Yeah. Shoot. All right. Hold on.
It keeps cutting out.
I mean, it had a really impactful moment when, you know, Bonnie died, and I mean, Genny died, and Kuma decided to take over. But I don't know if we could put this on the S. I'm comfortable with it being an A, honestly.
A, no, I think it should be S because
emotional moments, right? I think the next chapter.
Kuma also realizes this chapter that Bonnie is going at the age of 10, and he can't do anything about it except for find a cure for her.
I think we're just biased, Prince, because every Kuma chapter is pretty much godly.
Damn.
I mean, we put in semi-speech at A tier. I mean, I don't think this chapter is better than that.
No, it's not. It's not.
That's true.
Damn.
It's definitely not. You're right.
Let's see.
So we agree A?
Yeah.
I guess we can
I'm fine with A.
All right, so we go A. The next chapter is so it's Kuma.
Yes.
We see Saturn. We see we see the whole situation of Bonnie that he has to save her. I think we also see Dragon.
No, I'm also gonna A for this chapter as well.
Yeah, I'll say A again. I thought this was the next chapter.
A for this chapter.
Yeah.
It's just more. It's
honestly,
like more.
What specifically happened this chapter?
So I think it's Kuma becomes a warlord. Is that the chapter?
This is the chapter where we see how he relaxed.
Oh no, he
becomes
a pirate.
From the warlord.
He's the warlord next chapter. This is where he just ran as a pirate.
Yeah.
And this isn't the chapter where we see all the reactions from the.
No, that's the next.
No, that's next chapter.
Oh, okay.
Or the chapter after next might be. I don't know.
I'm pretty
this
sure.
This is when he first sits down and gets the offer.
We get a lot of reactions this week as well.
Yeah, no. 1099 is him going all around the different locations that the straw. No, it's the locations that the Straw Hats went to, and that he went to like himself to find Bonnie's cure.
Oh, okay, yeah. This is a A.
Yeah, I'd say this.
I say B.
B.
I think all the Kuma chapters have to be an A.
Minimum A, yeah.
Yeah, I agree too. Like it's a flow of A's, ending in an S tier, S plus godly tier.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm looking at TCB. I'm gonna tell you why it's B because I'm gonna just read this real quick, and y'all gonna know how I feel. Ivan and Inazuma got caught and sent to prison. And how are you holding up? Like, nah, bro, we not doing that, man. Moving on while his people's is getting caught left and right. I'm not doing that. B tier.
Okay, Dragon already abandoned Kuma. We cannot let Dragon give a lower ranking to the chapter of Kuma as well.
Dragon is just a loser. What really happened in this chapter?
Just Kuma becoming a pirate. Like, it's B tier. I don't see this being an A.
I think it's since it's a flow of backstory. I think it's all of them could rank at A.
It's not bad.
I'm going B.
It's not bad.
I'm going A.
It's a good chapter.
I'm going A just because the entire backstory is an S, and for that to be possible, there can't be something lower than an A.
I mean, my thing is
there is though because
chapter. Oh, go ahead, preach.
I'm just saying, like the kid. Or so we see Garp going to Hachinosu and Kid going to Elbaf, right? Like those chapters to me were much better.
I mean, as a single chapter, it might be B, but since it's part of the backstory, I think that would hype it up a bit more.
Do you agree the entire backstory is an S? Like, it's an S tier backstory.
It's not even S tier.
Law backstory is S tier.
Yes, but not. I agree to S, but not because of this chapter.
I don't think that makes every chapter. Yeah, this chapter is just like a necessary part to keep the story going. But compared to the rest of the flashback, it's not as emotional. It doesn't have as many impactful story beats. Like, it's just a good part of the flashback.
Like, actually, I disagree. I think it does have a lot.
If you remove this chapter,
story beats.
If you remove this chapter and just kind of spread it out into the last chapter and to the next one, it'd be the same thing because there's not too much that really happens.
I don't know because it's a lot of significance of things that have already happened.
There should be something significant.
That's the point. It already happened. I mean, we're seeing.
But it wasn't like a shocking moment or
nothing like mine. But like next chapter, we get the reactions from everybody from other different perspectives.
I mean,
we already knew most of this stuff.
It was cool.
We got him being Dragon.
The one thing I like
from that.
The one moment I like was when Dragon like pounded his chest and said like, "Let the winds of fate guide you."
Yeah, it was cool, but like I said, that interaction with Dragon, we leave the interaction with nothing new at all. Most of this in this chapter, the only time we start getting stuff when he finally meets Vega Punk, but it's still kind of like a rehash of stuff that's in the next chapter too. So,
yeah, I'm going B.
Yeah.
So 3 B's, 3 A's. I think we got to go to chat now for this one.
Dow say B, D say A.
Yeah, I'll do a pull.
B.
I guess people are saying B.
1100, you lose his points because it's supposed to be the chapter with Dragon, did his thing, but no, I'm just bullshitting. Thank you, Bonnie. Oh, see, this is when I'm talking about an emotional chapter from Kuma's flashback. 1100 is that.
No, 1100. I'm not disagreeing. What I'm saying is that Kuma's flashback is it's literally top 3, possibly could be top 1 backstories in One Piece as a whole. It is that good.
Really, Law backstory isn't better.
But Prince, like, look.
No,
hold on.
like, compared to this, no, I don't think Law's backstory.
It's like saying that One Piece is an S tier manga, so there's no chapter that goes below A.
Oh yeah.
No, it's like Odin's flashback is an S tier backstory for me. Odin's, but there's definitely some chapters that are not as good as like the Laugh Tale chapters, as like there's certain things that would like the Scabbards that would just like B or A.
I get your guys' reasoning, and I feel like we have used that reasoning on some chapters, like to put like some Kuma things on B, but that specific chapter I don't think deserved to be.
Why?
Top 3 flashbacks.
But what happened though? Like
what from that chapter from 1099 makes that have to be
like what makes that better than the Kizaru versus Luffy fights? Because those aren't B.
Kizaru versus Luffy fights were ass.
All right. At the very first panel, we see Kuma saving his entire home country, putting it on his back, getting through all that tyranny. Well, I can't really sum it up in one chapter.
This is literally the base of Kuma's backstory. Like,
I wouldn't say that. I would say the base of his backstory was
Kuma quite literally
was the Buccaneer chapter, right? Like when we see him.
The whole idea of hands of liberation, right? Kuma does that in the very first panels of a chapter. This incident would be known as the solo revolution of. Bro, listen.
This is the second time doing the same thing.
This incident would be known as the solo revolution of Sorbet Kingdom, and then we get that Kuma becomes the leader. He doesn't want to be the leader. We get through all of that. We get through him trying to figure out Bonnie's disease, trying to figure out how we can get a cure, him being labeled as a dictator, which doesn't make any sense, but it's the world government trying to spin lies because Saturn obviously wants to depict him as someone bad. So the Navy's going after him. Then you see him getting a huge-ass bounty, his first bounty, a big one. Then you see him going to all the different Straw Hat locations where he wanted to see if there could be a possible cure to the disease, and we get a huge answer given to us as to why Kuma sent all the Straw Hats to those specific locations. And it's not because they were supposed to train in certain areas and they were supposed to train based on their personalities of where they were supposed to go. It wasn't that at all. It was because he was thinking about his daughter in the last moments of him deflecting the Straw Hats, which is true. And we see a reunion with Dragon, which is kind of meh. And then we see more stuff with Vega Punk, him becoming a pacifista, his resolution of trying to figure out, like, his whole thing is like the offer build up. It's a good chapter. It deserves an A.
So we all agree it's a D.
I think a B is also a good chapter. I just feel like
I feel like
everything you just
so
said
much
is not even close to finding out that that Garp is going to Blackbeard's Island. Like, that is a crazy review.
That's just this is stuff from what I would say, and this is not to be disrespectful to the flashback at all. But most of the stuff in this chapter is stuff from what I would consider the least interesting part of Kuma life, which is after he's already become a king or whatever, but before he joins the warlords. This is just Tyrant Kuma's the part of that
Here's
part
one
of
thing
and it's just not as interesting
like,
as the rest.
B is not bad.
Here's
though.
what
It's a good chapter, but it's not.
We are all excited about Shanks and Garp and all those characters because they're established for like 1,000 chapter. But Oda all of a sudden decided to treat Kuma as a main character and ignore Luffy from the main plot line. that makes writing this, even if this chapter be mildly interesting, this is still a massive achievement for Oda as a writer and this chapter as a masterpiece. Because Oda makes us care about a character like a main character, which previous to this backstory was like a normal secondary B-rated character.
Yeah, but I don't think this chapter made me care more about Kuma. I think the chapters after and the ones before made me care.
Yeah,
this chapter was just like, it wasn't like
it was cool. It progressed the story of the flashback. It did a good job at doing that, but it didn't add much to it to make it like, man, this is like we didn't come away from that chapter saying this got to be the best flashback in One Piece. I feel like that came.
Close your eyes and put it between A and B. I think because even the voting.
Oh man.
Yes, 50-50. That's crazy. Oh man. I guess we'll have to come back to this one. We'll move on to we'll let the chat decide it, but we'll move on to chapter 1. What is it? 1100?
Yeah, 1100. Yeah, 1100. This is a S tier chapter.
This is S tier.
All right, so this chapter we got the big thing is Kuma crying, right? Or is that the next?
Yeah, that's like that's the next chapter.
Oh,
that's
so yeah, so Kuma crying. When he finds out that
that's this one,
he's going to sacrifice himself to save.
Oh yeah, that is.
But it's not sad crying; it's happy crying.
I mean, the ending of the chapter is very disappointing.
We see just how evil Saturn really is.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, we already knew, but we
already knew that, but like non-human levels of evilness.
And we see just how far Kuma was willing to go.
Island, I expected a major twist, but that was one of the most pointless things that we saw in the backstory.
I mean, I wouldn't say pointless because it's at a writing standpoint, it's very, very, very interesting because it's pretty much Kuma looking at the one like figure he wants to find. Exactly.
He knew that Luffy is the sun god at that point.
Exactly. That's what makes it so interesting. Is that the sun god Nika he was looking for? He had right. That's the crazy part about it.
Yeah,
I mean, reading about Luffy in the newspaper would have done the same.
Really?
No, but he's able to see it for himself.
He wouldn't go see Luffy because he knew that Dragon used to spend time in that village. So he wanted to go and see if that was really like Exurb Dragon's son. The newspaper wouldn't have given him that.
Maybe.
Because nobody knew Dragon's last name. So getting the name Monkey D. Luffy wouldn't have gotten that. But this chapter, we got the pizza party with the Nika dance.
Yeah, maybe we see Kizaru doing the sun god Nika pose.
Not gonna lie, bro. This chapter got me a little bit choked up.
Oh,
this is the S tier chapter.
Here's the thing. If Kuma, and it's about next chapter, if Kuma had a dialogue like, he's like a robber, that would have been a perfect dialogue for the backstory. Like he's realizing, okay, this is Sun God Nika. Because he knows Sun God Nika can stretch his body.
I think, hold on. I might be wrong, but he might be already thinking that.
Yeah. Oda could have handled this moment better.
I think he's just thinking because I'm pretty sure he already has that perception of Luffy when he's talking to Vega Punk later on about, I think Straw Hat is the real deal. I think he already knows.
Yeah, we just saw this and it kind of gave him like...
Yeah, this interaction with Luffy kind of gave him that confirmation of, okay, he could really be the big deal. Like, he could be the one.
All right, we're coming up on 3 hours. Jesus. All
really?
right.
Oh, shit.
S. We finishing up, though. We wrapping it up.
I'm going to go A.
I'm going to
go
A.
For
1100?
1100?
It's tough, bro. I feel like
1100 is S.
This is
1100 is S. That's easy as S.
Y'all trying to speed
I think I'm gonna go S. I'm gonna go S.
Y'all trying to speed blitz these last ones like Zoro Kaido?
Yeah, we got 4. We got 3.
In that case, we're gonna have to take 4 hours minimum.
JJ, what you looking at? S or A? Or B? Or C knowing you?
In regards to Jeez. We all on the same page, yo. You got all my pre-time skip people in there. You got Moria looking crazy. That was the weirdest panel ever, and everything about that was very interesting. That's definitely a S tier. No complaints.
Cool. All right, 1101. But Zane, did you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go S tier too.
Okay. Okay, this is the Stalker Kuma chapter. I still think it's a very good chapter.
Yes.
Yeah, no, this chapter is good.
This chapter was so devastating. The letters, that was so amazing.
Yeah, this was amazing.
Yeah. This was a good chapter.
I could see this being the S.
Is this one where he went to go, where he was searching for Jenny?
No.
No. This is where he was
with
still
Bonnie
searching
going
for a
gear
cure
3.
from Bonnie.
Yeah, this one with Bonnie.
Yeah, this when Bonnie
The
leaves the
last
country.
panel we got the S tier.
I think that I would say S, but I wouldn't be upset with an A either.
Yeah, I'd say high A is good.
A.
If the last chapter was S, this should be S as well.
I can see that.
Also, y'all, I'm looking at the poll from chat. 1099 is an A tier according to chat.
Thank you, chat. Don't forget to like.
Is what I'm saying. I told you.
That's the problem with democracy.
All right, so we agreed. What you call it? 1101 is S tier, A tier, A tier, right?
I say A.
I say A.
All right, because I'm pretty sure S tier goes to these next
crazy,
chapters,
bro.
huh?
This shit way better than 1099, bro. There's no way they should be able to say tier.
No, it's higher than like 1099 is still in the A tier, but you can sort.
Yeah, they shouldn't even be close.
1001 to like higher A tier, and then 1099 to one of the lower ends of A tier. There's a reason why there's a range.
Voted on it, so we gotta roll with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so
chat knows what's up, man.
So anyone disagree with 1101?
Nah, 1101 A tier.
All right.
And 1101, this is an easy either S tier or God tier.
So 1102.
Yeah, 1102.
This
is where Kuma's running through all the different memories of life.
Oh, S tier.
This is an S tier.
This is the best chapter of the year.
You said that like 3 times today.
Yeah.
It's just so many good
chapters. So far, I was talking. This is the best chapter of the year.
No, but to be fair, Rox is right in so many cases because each single chapter he said it could easily be the best chapter of the year. That's just how good.
No, I was talking about so far, but this is the year because this was actually treating Kuma like Luffy.
This is S tier for me.
This is like I said,
this is the end of the backstory. This is God tier.
Yeah, this is either S or God.
I can see God tier too, bro.
I won't argue with it. I won't argue with it at all.
Also for all you Zoro fanboys, this gives a lot more context to nothing happened. So
yeah, I think it might be God tier, honestly.
Even I could have,
Yeah, God tier, man.
And also the moments that Kuma's told to Luffy that you're not ready. We saw one moment from 2 totally different perspectives. That's just like masterpiece writing.
Oh yeah, not even that. We saw Kuma realize it's Luffy attacking the Celestial Dragons, which no one has done in 800 years. Yeah, this is easy God tier. Easy God tier.
Is this the last chapter? Oh yeah, this is the last chapter of the backstory.
Yeah, this is the last chapter of Kuma's backstory.
Oh, it's on the backstory now. Okay, yeah. This is the last one.
Yeah, I think it belongs in God tier.
God.
That works for me.
It's gotta be
and
God.
Kuma,
I think if we agree that Kuma is the best character of 2023, this should be the best chapter of 2023.
He's easily the best character.
So this is his highlight. His final last hurrah.
Very true.
Throw it in there.
So 1103 is the last chapter, right? So
yeah, 1103 is coming back to the present.
Kuma is going to attack Gorosei.
S.
I'm gonna give it an S, bro.
In my opinion, let's see. There's
a bunch of things going on. It would be a God tier chapter,
yeah.
but
it's not even Luffy, on the tier list, but we're just gonna talk about it real quick.
Luffy getting food. Bonnie realizing it's Saturn.
Kuma taking a stab in the back. Save
Kuma. No, not even that. Kuma comes onto the island, takes a big ass explosion from the Navy soldiers trying to defeat him. Then he perseveres through that, hears Bonnie, and goes straight to Bonnie. Takes the a leg from the Gorosei from the back, and then gets back up, and then is about to throw the meanest right hook of 2024. So,
which is connecting, by the way. It's connecting.
Don't
let Krow tell you otherwise.
I'll go A because the next chapter is gonna be S. The punch is gonna happen in next chapter, not here.
When the punch doesn't happen, what would that make the chapter?
D, because Oda didn't pull it off.
All right, well I'm gonna go A.
Bro, if
Kuma, do you guys think Oda's gonna recreate Luffy versus Charlos with Kuma versus Saturn?
I think that's exactly what's happening.
Because he was encouraged by Luffy to do it.
Yeah, it's a perfect parallel because this one punch is what's going to define everything. This is what creates the Egghead incident. What created the Sabaody incident where everyone in the worst generation except for Luffy was able to escape.
So you think that's it? One punch? I'm betting on Saturn dying.
No. I'm not saying Saturn. I'm not saying Saturn's dying or I'm not saying Saturn's dying or Saturn's gonna like do something or it's gonna be very bad for Saturn or just like a one-hit KO. But I'm saying
by the end of the chapter, by the end of arc, I mean.
Not even that. Like if he dies or if he survives, who knows? But the significance of this one punch to lay a hand on the Gorosei is extremely important because as of right now, I'm pretty sure no one has landed a hit on Saturn right now.
That's
no one. So this is going to be
landed a hit on Charles.
Bonnie literally stabbed her. Bonnie stabbed her. Him.
Well, like that's like a thing that he wanted. He even said it himself.
Oh, also, by the way, I have one problem with Kuma's statement. Kuma said that nobody touched a celestial dragon like that for like 900. So you want to tell me none of the characters in God Valley attacked a Holy Knight? Because as far as we know, Holy Knights are also celestial dragons. So Kuma's statement was actually wrong.
Well, it sounds like that Garland might have put Whitebeard down without even getting hit.
I'm saying Garland wasn't alone. He had other Holy Knights. So none of them took any damage from people in God Valley?
Maybe. Because they had all
the protecting them.
That's too unbelievable.
Yeah, not only did Roger and Garp protect them, but also I'm pretty sure the Holy Knight's job is that if the celestial dragons out in the world are to be like, it's like a mass attack. It's something that they usually can't handle with their own like employees. I'm not gonna say the other S word, but employees. Then the Holy Knights are supposed to handle it. So yeah. I'm pretty sure that
are celestial dragons.
Yeah, but their job, like as the higher, it's like being like they're the police force or cops, like higher army tier of the celestial dragons. So it's their job to like kind of protect the regular celestial dragons in that case. I'm pretty sure. So even at that range, I'm pretty sure if they didn't get hit, it might be plausible. But at the exact same time, there was no intent we saw in God Valley that some celestial dragon pissed off a random civilian in the world, and that civilian straight up punched the celestial dragon. That's the first time Luffy is the first time we've seen it in 800 years. So the reflection of that moment to now in Egghead is nobody has touched with intent a Gorosei member in 800 or so years up until now with Kuma. I feel like that's the whole point. So yeah, in my opinion, this chapter could be, I'd say it could be A tier because of all the build-up leading up to it, but S tier with this final moment.
I mean, information of Saturn about the backstory of Kuma is also can make this chapter S tier.
Very, very true.
Family, I just got to say, like, yo, we got the Gorosei template over here. We can't have 7 gods. We supposed to have 5 gods. 2 of these chapters gotta go, yo. What we doing?
We're gonna reduce it. Don't worry.
True. If we were to reduce, let's see. I think
it's 6, right, JJ?
No, it's 5 Gorosei. He means.
No, I'm talking about in the godly tier.
Yeah, no. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with 10. Yeah, no. Wait.
1080 and 1086. I think
4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, my live is paused, bro.
Yeah. Okay. There's 7 total god tier.
We have more god tier than S tier.
I mean
that just shows One Piece's peak, man.
Yeah, that's true.
1086.
1086 at the highest of S tier, and then
y'all do what y'all want.
Can't take out 1096.
We gotta take out 2.
Let me have my 1088.
1086 and
1088 was Garp this.
Honestly,
Garp introduction and Garp this. Garp this was most significant.
Nah, 1096 was too good, man. It was too good. It's
but
not.
Think about, in comparison, I was just thinking about this.
Backstory.
Think about this in comparison to the rest of these chapters. We got God Valley, right? But all we got was basically a screen cap of who was there. Whereas the rest of these chapters in God's tier.
No, we also got Roger working with pirates.
That what did you see?
Alone
what panel
changed
did
the
you see
perspective of God
Roger
Valley.
doing that? Like, we didn't see none of this. We got what we got from that chapter, aside from like Glorioso and a couple other people that we didn't know were in the Rocks Pirates, was information we already knew of.
I agree with D. Pause in chat. Saying remove 10. I think we put 1094 down to S because other than the Saturn reveal, no, it's an S tier moment. But other than the Saturn reveal, there's nothing else to it.
The whole chapter is about Saturn.
We didn't put that there because of Saturn reveal. We put that there because after that chapter, the magic and power level of One Piece world changed.
Well, that was a series defining chapter. 1096 is amazing. Don't get me wrong, but it still really just was a screenshot of God Valley. We knew Whitebeard, Big Mom, Kaido, and the rest were in the Rocks Pirates.
Before that, we assumed Roger and Garp work with each other so they can defeat Zebek. But now we saw the battle start with Garp wanting to defeat Roger and not even Zebek.
But they wound up working together. That's the whole thing.
That's the question.
That's the thing. We only got a screenshot at the beginning. That's why I say it shouldn't be in God's tier. If we had the whole flashback play out after that and more in it. But all we got right there was just, hey, you remember God Valley? Y'all can take a look at it again. These are the characters that were involved.
All we got was the fact that Garp can punch very good.
What?
1080.
In 1080, we saw Garp in action for the first time in this entire
God
1100.
In action for the first
what did we learn?
Better?
What did we learn? We didn't see God Valley. We saw a picture of the members of God Valley.
I know, but I'm saying
we left that chapter learning basically nothing new about God Valley.
Oh, also 1080, we see that Kobe got the 5-star bounty as well, and
we learned that Blackbeard wants to make the Pirate Island government affiliated.
We learned Blackbeard's dream. I mean, that's very.
I'll be honest, bro. I feel like 1081 is better than 1080.
Really? You think so?
I agree as well.
Because you get like an actual fight and not just Galaxy Impact. Like Galaxy Impact was hype, just the way
we got all the sword members. All the
I say,
come on, Krow. That's not as good as like Kuzan and Garp fighting and
he
stuff.
Just hit Garp one time. He hit him one time. If you want to do that,
I do say this. Look at the paneling, like when the ship comes onto the island for 1080 at the very end, dude. The paneling, the art itself, very, very nice.
No, I know that one panel is, but I'm saying like to me 1081 just because I'm a Kuzan fan, bro. Like we got the entire thing with him and Blackbeard. We got like the whole situation of how he joined the crew, man marked by flames, like so many different things.
I mean, here's the thing. If we talk about rememberable moments, if anime comes out, everybody gonna watch Shanks, everybody gonna watch Galaxy Impact, everybody wanna watch the death of Garp, everybody wanna see God Valley, everybody wanna see the end of Kuma backstory. The only chapter that for this year might be disqualified is 1094. It is the most important chapter, but I guess in the 1 year span, it might be the least important among the 6.
The reveal of a Gorosei's power will be the most forgettable moment
compared to the other moments.
But it's not to me.
No, I'm trying to write it.
Really showing off his power blew up the internet. I think Garp, if we want to go by that measurement, Garp showing off Galaxy Impact is gonna be more remembered than Saturn showing his power.
Garp, yeah.
So if I'm trying to find a way of like making it so like when people look at our top 5, they could be like, "Oh, those are interval moments in the story."
Interval
so you got
moments.
Kuma's story being, Kuma's story being finished. You got Shanks attacking somebody for the first time. You got Garp being caught. You got the Gorosei name introduction, and I can't figure out which one would be the 5th one specifically.
We removed the name.
I feel like those 4 should be definitely godly tiers.
We removed the name
and 1096.
Maybe 1096 may have to be that last one with the.
I'm saying Garp is receiving 2 chapters. One of them has to go.
But that 1088 is more.
I'll be honest, bro. I don't care which one goes, as long as Gorosei stays. I'm cool with it, bro.
Oh yeah.
Because in my opinion, that's the best chapter.
All right.
I think it's got to be 1096 or 1088 personally. Because
say that again.
Since we have
1096 or 1088.
All right. I don't know much, but I will say
everyone vote for which chapter they want out.
Okay.
So Krow, which chapter do you want to take out?
1088 was when Garp was like laying on his back too, right? Pause.
Was the chapter where he,
Okay.
Laying on his back,
where he
narration.
died, where he lost to the
Give me I give it a 1096 then.
I'll also do 1096.
Ugh. Y'all, dude, 1096 is tough.
It is tough, but like, it's hard, man. These are hard decisions to make because One Piece is just peak.
I'm saying 1080 should go because we have 2 Garp chapters.
Okay.
So 1 1080, 2 1088s.
Oh no, 2 1096, right? And then 1
Akuma, Aaron, chat. I completely agree with you. I think 1085 has potential to be God tier. I do agree.
I agree.
1085.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. What's wrong with what we have in the God tier right now?
I don't know.
Those are all God.
JJ wants to.
JJ just wants 5 of them. I don't know. We can put them all in.
But I think limited to 5 is fair. I think there's a 5. So I agree with you, JJ. It kind of.
I thought we started off saying 3 in the
beginning. We said 3 at first.
It's kind of tough. Made harder decisions.
But this was
I'm the one that said that. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm like.
But see, I would say it's a lot of good chapters.
All of those chapters and maybe a couple more deserve to be considered God tier chapter. But if we're going to create a special tier for like the chapters that stand out even amongst those amazing chapters, then I think limited to 5 should be that. 1079.
Actually, someone in chat did a very or said something that does make sense. We should only choose one of the Garp chapters because it kind of does make sense because it's like different segments of.
Then we gotta choose on the Kuma chapter.
I have another suggestion. We have the chapter, the moment of the year, and top 5 godly.
This is my thing, though. Y'all doing choose one Garp chapter. We got 2 Kuma chapters too.
Yeah, we can't.
But Kuma deserves it. I mean, because
why doesn't Garp deserve it?
Why don't Garp deserve
it? MVP Shanks defeating Kid is the most important event in the year.
No, that's at the front, but we don't have them in order. That's just at the front because we got to that one first.
I mean,
we can order them at the very end, but
that's the solution to our problem right now. Keep all the godly chapters in because they're all godly.
Zane, what? Oh, so you don't want to even take one out?
I don't, bro. I love all.
I do all of them too. It's tough. It's really tough.
Pick one, Zane.
We are talking about which chapter should go. What is the best chapter of the year? That's the important question.
We'll do it at the end. At the end,
1094 easily.
At the end, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll.
Nah, in my opinion, what you call it, the last chapter of the year, 101 and 2. Yeah, 1102.
I agree. 101 and 2 is the best chapter of the year.
That's the best chapter of the year.
All right, but hold on. So Zane, you gotta pick one, bro, before we rank them.
Damn, bro, I can't. What am I supposed to choose out of those?
And JJ, which one do you want to take out?
If I had to pick one, I
wouldn't mind 1080 just off the fact that 1088 is the one that wraps everything up.
All right, so 2 1080s and 2 1096.
If you look at it philosophy-wise, 1080 is Garp pulling off a huge feat. Then 1080 is Kobe pulling off a huge feat. Is what
you can't take out 1096. 1096 is undoubtedly a
1096 was amazing.
It's literally God value, bro.
I mean, at first I was thinking we could, but at the same time, I read back and looked at it. It's too good.
As much as this pains me, I'm gonna have to say 1080. Fortunately.
Because we as a fan base also kept hyping up the fact we need God value. We need a God value flashback.
Yeah,
we need it. And now
that
we got
it, is solidified.
God value is already the best backstory in the story, and we know nothing about it.
But we still
we haven't even learned all of it yet. Like and subscribe.
So you said 1080?
Yeah, 1080 is very harsh because 1080 is gonna break the internet.
I think I gotta go 1096. So
no,
man, actually, I don't know, bro. It's so close.
No.
Yo, it's so.
I'm saying
so close.
Choosing the chapter of the year is better than saying one of these chapters are not godly.
Actually, that does make sense.
Right, we'll let Chad decide.
Yeah, okay. I'm down with chapter of the year. We can put one chapter above all the rest, and then have 5.
Yeah, that makes more sense. All of them are godly, to be honest.
I'm with that. That's a great idea.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
And my vote is 1094. So
for chapter of the year.
Yeah, I feel like the entire pace of One Piece changed during that chapter. It's just hard.
My vote
the pacing of 1088 was also better. I guess.
I agree with that in terms of like the chapter pacing, but in terms of like story, like
I agree. I'm just talking about pacing.
In my opinion, 1102 is, in my opinion, chapter of the year. Because
I also agree. 1102 is the best chapter of the year.
I have to agree with
Rob. And I'm fine with that too because I love that chapter too.
Yeah, the significance of it, Kuma's life, perfectly. You even get flashbacks of early days Luffy through Kuma's perspective. Nothing happened through Kuma's perspective. You get a little bit of Bonnie's journey, a flashback of Sabaody again. You see Kuma deflecting all the Straw Hats to their different islands through his perspective. You get Vega Punk like shouting at shouting at Saturn that we should still try to keep Kuma alive. Still doesn't happen. And then Kuma believing in Luffy, making it his last mission to save Luffy, to keep the Thousand Sunny in check. And then him losing his will completely, even though he's a devout believer of Sun God Nika. And then him running through his entire life with all the different memories. First his dad, then Ivankov, then Guinea, then the Revolutionary Army, then Bonnie, then Vegapunk, loses all of that, and then says happy 10th birthday to Bonnie. Bro, that's is
masterpiece.
Chapter of the year.
I agree.
I ain't going.
I'm fine with 1102. To be honest, either 1094 or 1102 for me. I mean 1094. Did I say 1092?
No, you said right.
Oh, okay.
Preach.
Preach had to step out for a little bit.
Whoops. All
so
right.
we probably need to wrap it up soon.
Yeah. It's been like what, 3 hours?
This,
Crazy.
This is one of our longest streams, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's because I was here and I talked too much.
Nah, you're
Trust
good.
me, bro. We all
talk
talk too much, bro. We all.
To be fair though, Rox, what you like? You substitute talk for One Piece for our usual tangents for basketball in the NBA. So it would have been the same thing. But I just want to give a quick shout out to all of chat for being in here. 3 hours is a very long time, and for all of you guys to stay in here, or most of you guys even just pop by and just say what you want about the tier list and put your input on it. We really do appreciate it. So thank you so much for dropping by. Big shout out to Akuma Aaron for becoming a member. I'm looking through all the different like super chat stuff. What else did we get? I think Flavins at the very beginning giving a $20. Then again with the so big shout out to for all the donos. We appreciate it. I'm just substituting what Preach would usually say. Thought I might step in, but yeah. Just want to say thank you guys so much for supporting, man. We really do appreciate it. And yeah, do you guys want to do conclusions or just keep going a little bit?
Oh, we probably going to wrap it up.
Yeah, we can
wrap it up.
I'll let Krow spearhead it.
All right. I never asked what I think about chapter of the year was because y'all ain't gonna like my answer, so I'm gonna just keep it
to myself.
Chapter. I need that now.
He's gonna say 10.
Oh, it's a Shanks chapter.
Oh, because of the agenda piece. That's
This ain't no. I had no agenda against Kid. Y'all remember I was saying that
but
Kid was gonna be Whitebeard.
We all can agree that chapter solidifies agenda piece as a whole.
No. I don't think so.
No.
Well, not in my case.
If you were to take one chapter to like showcase what agenda pieces, 1079 is what does.
Yeah, I just say that I put it up there because
1079 is gonna go the most viral. That's the fact.
Yeah.
I was just say like I said earlier, I haven't seen a fight, even though this was a lot shorter than the one in JJK that I won't say. I haven't seen a fight capture the internet. Like those two. Like those two are the main two fights I've seen.
Do you guys think this is gonna be even above Gear 5 in terms of going viral?
It's
definitely not.
Gear 5.
If y'all go look at the view, not viral, like at least overall on the internet, I think Gear 5 is more talked about. But if y'all go look at the viewership, it's like a few amount of videos from Wano itself with more views than Gear 5. So
see, the
but
thing
in
is,
terms of the entire scope of
the sheer hype and intensity, not the anime, it's just like manga to life. But I'm telling you, when that manga chapter of 1043 and 1044 dropped, I remember vividly that it was like time stood still for One Piece at that very moment.
That's for sure.
I remember it vividly because every single fan, agenda, theorist, no matter what you were as a One Piece fan, everybody dropped everything and just watched Luffy become Gear 5.
But here's the thing: the most viral moment of the last few years in One Piece was Roger versus Whitebeard. So when I'm talking about it's 40 million views in YouTube at least. When I'm talking about viral, I don't generally mean actual effect, but what we see visually.
Yeah.
That's for real. Whitebeard and Roger got the most. That makes sense.
Whitebeard and Roger have 2 years of time to get.
Yeah, it's 2 years, but still.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
Luffy
even
has 6.5 million.
I think Zoro versus King got more views than that.
Yes,
than
sir.
Luffy. No, it don't. My bad. It's 4.3.
You tried it. I
almost gas Zane up. Zane up real bad. But yeah, I think that when I look at this year, like I said, the grip that this chapter had on the fan base as a whole, and the hype, like we said, it's not so lightly that you see people like Shanks and Garp do something. Every time we cut the Shanks at the end of a arc, it's Shanks sitting on a random island smiling at Luffy's poster. We saw him get off his ass and use Roger's named attack and one-shot somebody that just defeated Yonko. That was one of the most crazy weeks, or 2. I think it was a break out there. That was like one of the craziest consecutive 2 weeks or whatever in One Piece ever. So that's why it's my chapter of the year. But I couldn't see the argument for the rest of them. We can go ahead and wrap it up though. This is a very fun stream. I was going to.
Can I just add on to what you were saying? I just want to add on a little bit because goodness, all the videos and all the kid's gonna handle Shanks when he gets to Elbaf, and just the accumulation of all those tweets and everything was making, and all the videos. It was a time. It was definitely a time.
Why are we acting like Oda didn't change his mind?
he changed his mind by having Shanks not just knock him out with his conqueror's hockey. Yeah, he made him actually have to hit him. You know what I'm saying? That's what he changed his mind.
Nah, but I can confirm that we did not expect be that. Nobody thought it was going to be like that.
Yeah, that was just shocking.
I actually assumed it's going to be like that, but I was like, nah, Oda is going to give kids some plot.
Most people thought this was going to be a time for kids to grow. That was not the case.
It's crazy, but
here's the crazy thing. You might say One Piece polls are crazy, but 60% of people predicted it's going to be one shot.
That's crazy. I said that I think that this was going to be a loss for Kid, but I thought he was going to have a chance to grow stronger.
Same here.
Now, Zane, you don't forget you said high diff. I didn't forget that.
I never said that. I don't see no screenshot.
I mean, we have videos, we have streams.
I definitely did say it during the stream.
But it did make sense. In your defense, at that point in time, everybody thought like Shanks was a step below the other Yonko. I don't know why. I didn't think.
Whoa! I never thought that. But I thought Kid was stronger than. That's what I thought.
It's just like a lot of people thought that Big Mom and Kaido were like. Because Shanks, he's a small guy with a missing arm, you know. So the
most
general
human
idea
is above every beast. I think
exactly. The general idea was that Shanks was like a little bit weaker than Big Mom, Kaido, and Whitebeard. I'd never thought that though. But
I mean, here's the thing: Kaido already said the one with a stronger Haki wins. So Kaido is basically saying that Shanks can defeat me.
Yeah, he's one shot in Kaido. But yeah, man, well, we can go ahead and wrap it up. Rox, if you want to go ahead and just
among you guys. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, just talk to the chat a little bit. Tell them a little bit about, like I said, I know you said you didn't have many future plans when we first started, but you just tell them peace out if you want to. That works.
No, I actually do have plans. I want to cover other anime. I want to cover other animation, actually. But I don't think that's fair talking about it to other people. I feel like that would be waste of your guys' time.
No, go ahead. Like just a quick plug. It's not that big. We have you for a reason, so please plug your stuff by all means.
My real plan is that I've made like 2,000 videos about One Piece in the last 2 years, which is like crazy. So right now I only wanted to cover other things because I guess One Piece only show positive reaction to some type of videos. And like, I can't say, hello, this is the reason you should watch One Piece. Here's a reason that character is amazing, because everybody's like, we already know. We don't need you to explain. So I want to like create those type of content, and since I can do it for One Piece, I want to do it for other animation or animes.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. We look forward to seeing that for sure.
Great.
Rock's made great videos. Like I said, starting off, he's like one of the pioneers for shorts in the One Piece community.
Oh, 100%.
He's been making the move to longer content, and I think he's very good at it. And one day, I mean, he will start getting the respect he deserves in the community, I feel. Thank you so much for having us. Not having us. Thank you so much for coming on.
For coming on, yeah.
It's so great to be here among you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Very fun.
Zane, talk to him.
Yes, sir. You can catch me on Twitter at Father Zane with 2 Z's, by the way, if you want to go follow me. This was a amazing stream. Had a lot of fun.
Like and subscribe.
Wait, can y'all not hear me?
Had a lot of fun. We heard that
I
part.
love how these days like and subscribe is just like a way to show.
We heard you.
Why does my mic work until the very end of the stream? It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, appreciate y'all for coming out. Thank you for all the donations. Thank y'all for supporting. This is an amazing stream, like I said. Thank you, Rocks, for coming by. Like I said, I've been watching you. Pretty dope to have you on and talk with you. But yeah, thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. I don't have really much to plug, 'cause, not really a creator. But everybody else, man, y'all go check them out. Everybody here makes new content.
All right, JJ, let's hear it.
Yes, sir. What's going on, family? John Sherrod and all social media. It was really fun stream. We appreciate Rocks coming through again, of course. 2024 year of the dragon. So hopefully we'll see that guy get off his stoop, make a move or two. I would love to see that. But recapping this 2023, you're good. Recapping this 2023 was tough because it was heat after heat after heat. I like the fact that we went through 32 chapters and we only really had 4 that was like basic or below. Oda, you doing your thing. We appreciate it. Hopefully we'll get more chapters this year, but if that's all you could pump out, pause, I'm okay with it. My guys, the last arc is on their stream. They still going live right now. They have Parvision over there. They got a whole lot of people over there too. Make sure you show them some love, and come see us next week at our regular time on Thursdays. OPU, we do what we do, 8:30 Eastern.
Yes, sir. Kuma Aaron, that's amazing. He said he wished for another amazing year from the OPU fam. Let's keep growing. He can't wait for the crazy takes that Oda is going to be generating and debunking. I completely agree. He's never debunked anything I've said, but it's still cool to see other people get proof of it. Prince, talk to him.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Prince D. Professor. If those of you didn't get the name change, but still, glad that we back with OPU. Glad to have a great new year starting with all the different things for content and stuff. But for me specifically, just working on videos, man. I just dropped a video called The One Piece Effect, or What is the One Piece Effect? A different type of video, but please do check it out. Got some very good reception on it, so I'm glad. And gonna be making even more videos. I'm planning on doing an Usopp video, a Kuma video, recapping all the things that Kuma did in 2023. And much more, even like more theories and stuff. So that will be coming out soon. And yeah, I'm just so glad that all of y'all came through, supported OPU with all your guys' amazing chat, involvement. So we really do appreciate it. And thank you so much. So that's all I can say.
Yes, sir. Since Preach had to step out, I'll just do it for him. Pause. Preach is Marshall D. Preach, if you didn't know. Of course, my son starts crying at the end of the stream. Why not? I'm sure he has something very interesting coming up soon. There's always something dope on this channel randomly coming out, and I'm watching it. Like, how does he come up with this stuff? Shout out to him. Like I said, OPU, we got a big year ahead of us. And appreciate everybody that came through and watched this stream from top to bottom, especially since we don't usually stream on Saturdays. I think it's our first time.
Yeah.
I think that was because of my problems. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You are fine.
You're good. No need to worry.
Trust. So appreciate everybody for coming through once again. Not looking forward to a great year. for everyone involved, not just us, even the chat. You can follow me on Twitter at Majin Krow with a K for the Crow. And trying to see if I'm forgetting anything.
Nah. I don't think so. I think we straight.
Join the Discord.
Join the One Piece University Discord.
I'm a little upset with our followers. Like, Rox was the first person to jump in this year. It's been the 6th. What's going on, y'all? Get in that Discord. Stop playing.
Yeah. If y'all need to find that Discord, I'm not going to do that link. Just hit me up on Twitter. I'll send you the link. That'll work for me. Also, the Twitter accounts are in the description as well. And Rox's YouTube, please go subscribe to him. Because once again, great content, great guy.
Great creator. Great personality. Go subscribe.
All right. So we can't end the stream because Preach isn't here. So we're just going to have to leave. Okay.
It's going to be like 4 or 5 hours long.